What is going on? Welcome back, everybody. It's it's been a little while.
It has.
Welcome
It's
in.
it's
Welcome in.
been the hottest and
This is
sexiest
what
of
you've been
minutes.
trained for. You are
Trent,
America's best.
I salute you,
Make
sir.
us proud.
Welcome in. Kiwi, I wish you guys wore the same Twitch shirt. Would have been so cute. Yeah, I didn't get the memo apparently. Actually, mine's in the wash. So, I
This
not
one
that
just got out of the wash.
not that anyone can see. It's a black shirt, and it's not like you can see my stink. So, Cray.
We got Clover. We got TK. TV's up in this.
Look at all these
Golden
beautiful people.
Girl.
Golden Girl trying to drop her her command, but it was like right on the heels of crates. So give it a second, and you should be able to do it.
Do it again.
Oh, Cup of Kiwi comes in with the music. Everyone's just coming in and dropping their royal treatment commands. And then Maggie trying to drop a wee woo. I see how it is. Sweet. Well, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks, but we're happy to be back. As you may have obviously noticed, this is not the Bob and Doug McKenzie week. We have not forgotten about it. That will be the next episode, 2 weeks from today.
Thank you for being
Oh,
April 5th.
April 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Travel.
Yeah, so 2 weeks from now, Bob and Doug McKenzie episode. We just wanted a little bit of extra time to make sure that we could get all of our ducks in a row, or Canadian geese, as it were, and make that like just a bomb episode. So this one is a regular is about as regular as we get. I'm sure
I had
there's
a lot
a
of fibers, so it's
oh,
pretty regular.
there it is. I was gonna say there's a fiber joke in there somewhere, but yeah. So next episode, 2 weeks from today, will be the Bob and Doug episode. Waza, who's the smarter brother? We're not going to get into that. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. We are both equal and separate. Much like conjoined twins that are separated.
Everybody's special. Some people are just more special than others.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What?
All right. All right. Well, let's get into it. We think we got some pretty fun stuff to go over today. So, we were trying to come up with a theme, and I'm not gonna lie, it's getting harder and harder every week to try and think of a theme, and then
And that's
also
not a euphemism.
yes, not a euphemism. I just heard the Pinocchio nose sound somewhere. Which of you is better at hockey? Ooh, now. We could sit here doing hypotheticals all night, which is actually what we're gonna do.
I say that leads right, like that's a perfect segue.
That
into
kind of is our theme. That is our theme this week. Is hypotheticals. So without further ado, should we get into our first segment?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm gonna switch screens here. Give me a moment.
This is a children's show. It says who, Kiwi? Do you see any children in here?
So we are gonna start the evening with some good old fashioned BuzzFeed quizzes.
Oh.
And so what Ram and I have done is we went and scoured BuzzFeed. You know, lots of eye bleach, but we did it because we did it for you. And we found some quizzes that we are going to quiz the other person on. So each of us has 3 quizzes that we are going to pose to our counterpart. And we're going to do these quizzes and see what happens. See where the night takes us. So, Ram, I believe this is a quiz that you have found for me. So I'll let you take it from here.
So I found 3 quizzes for Casey Jones. Casey found 3 quizzes for me. We saw Danny DeVito and knew that this one had to be the first. So without further ado, and chat, you're welcome to play along. I guess the best that you can. We do have some more participation ready to go after this segment. We just wanted to get this one out of the way while y'all start trickling in and being beautiful. So, anyways, all that aside, welcome in, Lizard Wife. Casey Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Chat and I want to know which Danny DeVito character you are most like based on 7 questions, the first of which being pick a career. Is it a politician, an entrepreneur, a teacher, a business owner, an activist, or an inventor?
Can I just say, if it's not Frank Reynolds, I'm going to be very disappointed. Yeah, Kiwi knows what I'm talking about.
Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
Oh man. Okay, let's see. So pick a career. Okay. Definitely not politician. I'm not
That's
cut
out.
out. I'm not cut out for that garbage.
If you were to say politician, I would have called you out.
Yeah. I'm leaning honestly probably between one of three. Business owner, entrepreneur, or inventor.
Okay, well, let's take a step back here. If you were a business owner, what kind of business would it be?
See, that's a tough call. There's lots of things that I like. It would probably be something to do with electronics, I would think. Maybe I'll start the next Best Buy or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Kiwi says I'm an inventor. I'm basically Donatello. I mean, I do have a 3D printer, so maybe inventor, maybe inventor.
Maybe.
Now the other thing is, I did go to school for business, and actually had a focus on entrepreneurship. So
True.
that's kind of where I'm torn between these. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, Golden Girl knows what I'm talking about. I feel like I have to go entrepreneur, just because of my background. So I'll pick entrepreneur.
All right. So entrepreneur, next question. Choose a Disney character. We've got Pumbaa, Mad Hatter, Mulan, Anger, the Beast, and Governor Ratcliffe.
Not even a question. It's going to be Mad Hatter. It's not. Between it having an Alice in Wonderland aspect to it, and also for those of you who are DC Comics fans, Mad Hatter is a villain in Batman's Rogue Gallery. And as Cup of Kiwi aptly points out, I do frequently wear hats. I think it's going to be the Mad Hatter. That's going to be my choice. Yeah.
Speaking of Batman villains, is Crazy Quilt a Batman villain? I was trying to remember the other
Crazy
day.
Quilt. I don't know that I'm familiar with that one.
I might have to look that up after this is done. Batman's got some weird villains.
Kiwi wants to know if your beanie is stitched to your head.
Yes. Next question. Choose a celebrity. Bill Murray,
Yep.
Oprah Winfrey.
I'm not even going to look at
Will
the rest of
Smith.
them.
I was going to say Bill Murray.
Okay, sorry, continue.
For the sake of chat, Jason Sudeikis, Steve Jobs, or Taylor Swift?
Jason Sudeikis is a close second, but it's going to be Bill Murray. Like, I'm not even going to spend time on this one. It's Bill Murray. Yeah. How do you pick any of these other ones? How do you pick Taylor Swift over Bill Murray? I'm just saying.
I said Bill Murray, and then I was going to say Bill Murray 6 more times just for the kicks, but...
Yeah, you could have. It would have worked.
Or 5 more times.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely no offense to any T-Swift fans out there, but, Bill Murray, that's legend right there.
Bill Murray.
Ooh, here we go.
2021, who would take Bill Murray over the biggest pop star in the universe?
This guy.
And
This guy. Yeah.
All right. Choose a Nintendo character. Got Wario, Monty Mole, King K. Rool, Epona, Beetle, or King DDD.
I love that these all in some way have to take me back to Danny DeVito.
Right?
Like, I'm just thinking of all the things that Danny DeVito is in, and I'm like, how do any one of these tie to a Danny DeVito character? Like,
Kiwi says Beetle or bust.
Beetle or bust, yeah. Is it because he's scrawny? He's scrawny and he's got, like, pores. Did you see what I did there? Pores? Huh? You said it, not me.
you could pour something on those poor pores.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so if I'm going process of elimination, I'm definitely not Wario. I do like to do the Wario voice. Wario's the best. I'm not really a Monty Mole either, or really a King K. Rool, or a King DDD, and probably really not a Pona. So I mean, Kiwi's pretty much bang on. I think it's gonna be Beetle.
I was just thinking,
As much as I hate that,
outside of the context of a video game, if I were to hear Wario's voice anywhere else, I would be scared. Wario's your Uber driver. Wow. Like, sorry, can I catch the next one?
it just stinks in his car. Like, yeah. Okay, we'll go Beetle.
We're going Beetle. We're going Beetle, chat.
Okay.
You're going to end up being the Penguin from Tim Burton's Batman.
You know what? I would not hate that. Waza. Again, as a Batman fan, if I come back out of this thing as Penguin, I'm not even mad. Penguin or Frank Reynolds. Those are the only two options.
Fair. All right, up next. Pick a Marvel character. We've got the Vulture, the Grand Master, the Hulk, Justin Hammer, Doctor Strange, or Rocket Raccoon.
Well, considering I actually do cosplay as Doctor Strange.
That's Doctor Strange. Yeah, I was going to say, this one's not really a question either for
I
you.
feel like I have to go that way. Grandmaster is close. Destiny, that one is very close. It's probably one of those two. But I think I'm going to lean on Doctor Strange for this one.
Really, Doctor Strange.
I'll get the dad from Matilda. I forgot that's him. Oh man, that would be embarrassing.
Or you're gonna get the brother from Twins.
That's my worst fear.
All right. Pick a DC character: Lex Luthor, Swamp Thing, Killer Croc, Black Canary, Atrocious, or
Atrocitus?
Sorry. Yes, thank you. Atrocitus or Etrigan the Demon.
Ooh, okay. So some cool stuff on this one. So Etrigan kind of speaks in rhymes all the time. He's kind of an interesting character. For those who are not familiar with Etrigan, all the times. I don't know that I'm so much Atrocitus. Definitely not Black Canary. Maybe Lex Luthor. I don't know. Swamp Thing, Killer Croc. I feel like I'm going to go Etrigan the Demon on this one.
I would say, yeah, I would say you're more of an Etrigan, if only just for like the morals and the rhyming.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
All right, next and last question, I believe.
We're almost there.
Choose a TV show. You've got Curb Your Enthusiasm, Rick and Morty, The Simpsons, Community, The Golden Girls, or Seinfeld.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I know if I don't choose the Golden Girls, my wife might stab me. There's so many good options here. These are all good options. Let me see. Now, again, I wanted to match this to my personality, right?
Kiwi says that they can ban her and then unban her.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not going to be Golden Girls. And it's not going to be Curb Your Enthusiasm either, I don't think.
Fair. Okay, people. Okay.
I feel like I want to go Seinfeld just because all like racism of the current or the actual actor aside, Michael Richards as Kramer is my spirit animal. So I feel like I'm going to go Seinfeld.
All right, if that's how we're landing.
I'm Mr. Smackhammer from Space Jam? Okay.
Completely out of left field. I'll be honest, I didn't even know Mr. Swackhammer was Danny DeVito. It's been that long since I've seen Space Jam.
Did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming.
And I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
The real Mr. Swackhammer. I have to change my Twitch username now, I guess. All right, here we go.
You gotta read the bio. Read the bio.
All right, you got Mr. Swackhammer. You're a ruthless business alien who will stop at nothing to keep his amusement park Moron Mountain afloat, even if it means facing the Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan in a basketball game to determine whether or not they become your slaves. Okay. All right.
When's that new Space Jam coming out? Is that already out? Is that a thing?
Is that even happening? I heard it was rumored, and wasn't it supposed to be
It's
LeBron
definitely
James?
happening.
Isn't it supposed to be LeBron James? Is
This
it actually
summer?
happening?
Okay.
This summer, huh?
It's actually happening, yeah.
Huh.
Hey,
You've
Lizard
never
Wife,
seen
it's
Space
okay.
Jam? Oh, Lizard Wife, you need to watch Space Jam. Space Jam is an absolute classic. Even if you just watch the intro when they're just blasting the music, oh, so good.
Lizard Wife is almost half our age, so I won't put that against her.
Still, Space
So.
Jam. Go see it. Do it.
Jam.
Do yourself the service and go watch Space Jam. All right, let's move on. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
So you're a slave driver. Tell me more, says Golden Girl.
I feel like there's subtext there that I'm not going to get into. All right, so here's your first quiz.
All right, hit me.
Plan an extremely British day out in London, and we'll guess the name of your high school crush.
Thanks, BuzzFeed.
Thank you, BuzzFeed.
Right. Does anybody in chat have any guesses as to the name of my potential crush before we start? Any ideas?
Cheryl. It's Carol.
Cheryl.
Anyone? Archer? No?
Cheryl with a C, Cheryl with an S. Sydney. Doc Ock. I didn't know Doc Ock in high school, Trent.
Carl. That kills people. Actually, I've got a soundbite for that. What am I doing saying it? I've got a soundbite for that one. Hold on, where is it?
Gertie.
Carl, that kills
There we go.
people.
Her full name was Yogurt, but we called her Gertie.
Yeah.
Flour.
All right, first question.
All right, hit me.
All right, first of all, how are you going to get to London? By car? By train? By plane? By bus or coach? By taxi? Or I'll just walk, thank you?
Ooh, how am I getting to London is what the question is?
Yes. How are you getting to London? By car, by train, plane, bus or coach, taxi, or I'll just walk? Thank you.
I feel like train's the classy choice here. I don't know that I would be able to drive because I'm not used to driving left-handed vehicles.
Mhm.
And I feel like taxi, it's nice, but it's, whatever. I mean, train is like the authentic, You got to do the train.
That's fair. I mean, London cab drivers are here quite interesting, but
Hawk just wants me to take a walk. Well, I don't know how
Just
far
do
I
it.
am from London. I can't be like, yeah, let's take a walk, and then it's gonna be like 2 days for me to get to London. Where am I starting? That's the good question.
London is not Mordor, Destin Moon.
One does not simply walk into London.
Hoof it. All right. Now, which clothing shop are you going to?
GB, oh my goodness.
I'm not.
Sorry,
I'm-
continue.
which clothing shop are you going to? I'm not gonna lie. I know none of these. So
All right.
pick one that sounds good. New
That
look.
appeals.
Yeah. New look. Top Shop.
Mhm.
Uniqlo. Isn't that like Lego bricks? Isn't that a ripoff of Lego bricks?
I think you're right.
Whistles. Next or Zara.
I do know Zara, but Zara's mostly female apparel. So the ones that jump out at me right away are that Uniqlo and Whistles. I'm gonna say Whistles. Whistles sounds fun. Whistles sounds like if you run fast enough in those clothing, you'll make noise.
Yeah. Waza says that's Duplo, Casey. I mean, you got me there.
Close enough.
And Lizard Wife's Twitch crashed as soon as they sent Sydney.
I'm being repressed. Top shop sounds like a chop shop. I mean, you're probably not wrong.
Yeah, 100%. Take the C train, says Waza. Actually, that would be kind of cool. I would love to take a C train
Ooh.
somewhere. That would be fun.
True.
All right. You've bought a stylish outfit. Now choose a landmark to visit. Is it going to be the London Eye, Big Ben, the Gherkin? Isn't that a pickle?
Ooh.
The British Museum. Or is that Gherkin or is that Jerkin? How is that pronounced? Someone.
I feel like it's gherkin
I feel like it's Gherkin, right?
because it's the GH.
Right. Someone let me know if it's actually Jerkin and I'm just, making it harder than I need to.
Clover says gherkin.
Gherkin. Got it. The Shard or BT Tower.
I went to the Shard and all I got was these pants. Let's see. Let's go with. I'm feeling like Big Wheel. Let's do that Ferris wheel.
The old
feel like
London Eye, hey?
The old London Eye.
The old London Eye. All right, it's lunchtime. Where are you going to eat? Pizza Express, Bay Italia,
Ooh.
Zizi, Wagamama, Byron Burger, or Yo Sushi.
See, I know none of these names. So, as much as I am a food lover, I love seafood the most, but I'm also scared that Yo Sushi is going to be like convenience store level sushi.
That's fair. That's fair. Clover
You know
says
what?
Gherkin
Wagamama's
looks
a fun name.
Wagamama. Clover
Looks like an adult toy.
Yeah. Crate says it'd be honestly, Crate, you and me, same vibe here, brother. I love sushi.
I'm feeling Yo Sushi. I'm just scared. I'm scared, Crate. Hold me.
Not if you're at the Gherkin. Your lunch was delicious. Now choose a department store to visit.
How do they know my lunch was delicious? Am I being watched?
This is basically an episode of The Truman Show.
Oh, okay.
Choose a department store to visit. Liberty London, Harrods, Selfridges. Now, is that self?
Sorry.
Is that Selfridges, like Selfridges, or is it Selfridges? Because that could
I
be
love
two
refrigerators.
very different things. Or it could be Selfridges.
Selfrid Geese? Jez?
Selfridges 100% says Clover.
Selfridges.
Selfridges. Debenhams or Debenhams. I don't. Again, this is probably the British pronunciation.
I think it's a soft H. I think it's Debenhams.
Debenhams. John Lewis or Marks and Spencer. What's it gonna be?
I feel like Marks and Spencer sounds like the working man's department store. If you're looking for a pair of overalls and some steel-toed boots, come on down to... I guess I have to do that in a British accent. If you're looking for... No, that's... How do you do a British accent? What's a good British accent? Oi, if you're looking for Marks and Spencer, they're at the department store. That sounds more Australian now. I can't do it.
I apologize. I apologize to any of our people in chat who are British.
Harrods is a high-end shop, says Clover. All right. I'm still feeling Marks and Spencer though. Now that I've like riffed enough on it, I may as well just go with Marks and Spencer.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Selfridges. All right,
You can't wear a fridge.
all right. You have time to grab a quick cup of coffee. Where do you go? Costa, Starbucks, Cafe Nero, Pret a Manger, Greg's, or Lyon.
Sorry, what are you doing to my manger?
I'm pretting it
Oh, okay.
very gently.
You know what? Leon has a really nice looking cup on the front of it. I've never had coffee in my life. Why not have my first cup at Leon?
There you go.
Let's do Leon. That looks like it's an exciting time.
It just makes me think of the movie The Professional.
Right?
Good movie. Very
Leon.
early Natalie Portman.
Extremely early.
Yeah. She was like 12 in that movie or something.
She wasn't even allowed to go and watch the premiere.
Yeah, which is hilarious. It's like you're in the movie, but you're not allowed to watch it. Oh, anyway. You booked some tickets for the Royal Albert Hall, but which British singer/group are you going to see? Dua Lipa,
Destin Moon's already like, Spice Girls!
Pink Floyd, Tears for Fears, Harry Styles. Is that he put the tramp stamp on the wrong side? Sorry, Elton John or Anne Marie. No Spice Girls on here. That's actually surprising.
That is actually very surprising. I am torn between Elton John and Tears for Fears and Pink Floyd. This is a protest.
More Spice Girls.
I would have to say, based on what I've listened to the most out of these six, Tears for Fears is knocked off the list.
Oh, jeez.
Elton John
Oh, Maggie wee-wooed me.
and Pink Floyd.
Maggie, you're just in time. We're doing a London quiz.
You know, I gotta go with my man Elton John. Like, respect to him. He knows how to style it. Let's do Elton John.
All right,
I hear
Elton
those are
John
pretty
it is.
expensive tickets too. So if I'm getting this for free,
Fair.
know.
Very good point. All right. It's almost the end of the day. What are you doing now? Going home. I'm tired. I'll have a lovely midnight walk around London. I'll quickly book a hotel. I want to stay here for at least another day. I don't care where I'm going, but I'm getting out of this place. I'll go stay at my friend's place and have a sleepover party. And I don't even know.
is there any? I'm gonna go hide in a corner and regret I didn't get sushi.
I mean, you could lump that in with I don't even know.
All right, I don't even know then. That's the one. Let's
I
do it.
don't even know. So your high school crush's name was Michael or Stephanie?
Well, that's awkward.
For those of you who know us in real life, things just got weird.
Did I even know a Michael in high school? I don't think I knew a Michael in high school.
You do.
I definitely knew a Stephanie. Oh yeah, I guess no. Yeah. I knew both names. Both names.
Yeah,
All right.
Anyway, there's a bit of an inside joke here that I don't know if we could get into. But anyways,
That is true, Moon. My grad date was a Stephanie.
BuzzFeed
is
quiz.
true.
Oh man. Oh, I wish I had like a winning bell sound effect. 'Cause-
Get out of my head.
Crazy. All right. Next quiz. So this is one for me,
All right.
yes?
You betcha. And
All
if
right.
we're doing them in order, it is which misunderstood animal are you?
All right.
So this is going to be pretty straightforward, pretty simple.
Okay.
You know, description basically reads trash panda or pizza rat, but there are more options than that.
Got it.
But we're going to start with pick a snack to munch on. You've got ground bagels, pizza leavings, the invasive Himalayan blackberry, or cat food.
What is this?
Hey, I picked some gold ones, all right?
Oh man. Okay,
Chat, what do you think? What do you think? Ground bagels, pizza leavings, cat food, or the invasive Himalayan blackberry?
I'm leaning towards either the blackberry or the pizza leavings, to be honest.
Is it the name?
I mean, I like it. I'm just concerned that it says invasive. Is it poisonous? I don't even know.
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Yeah, I'm going pizza leavings.
Pizza leavings.
Pizza
All right.
leavings.
Next question. Pick a place to visit for the weekend. New York City, Venice, Washington, D.C., or Portland, Oregon.
Ooh, okay. This is a tricky one. So I have not been to New York City, nor Venice, nor Washington, D.C. I have been to Portland, Oregon. And despite people's opinions of Oregon, Oregon is actually pretty nice.
I was going to say, everything I've heard about Portland sounds like a pretty pleasant place.
Yeah, I know where that golden girl wants to go. Is it because you'd get to come with me? Venice! Pick Venice! Keep it weird. Yeah, keep it weird. Keep it weird, Oregon. Yeah, we can definitely... Yeah, we'll drop these quizzes in Discord in case anybody else wants to take these after the show. 100%
And if you
we can
do,
it.
please screenshot and post
Yes,
them in Discord. 'Cause
yes.
we would love to see them.
100%. You know what? I'm probably leaning towards Venice just because I've never been to Europe, and I would love to go see Europe. So I'm going to pick Venice. We'll
Fair.
pick Venice.
That's fair. Let's do it. All right, Venice it is. Next question.
Wait, Wazit says go to Venice before it disappears. Is that a thing? Is Venice
Yeah,
disappearing?
it's slowly sinking. I can't remember at what rate. I'm going to look this up. How fast is Venice sinking?
It's too bad Tragically Hip's not around to write a song about Venice is sinking.
Yeah, as opposed to New Orleans.
Yeah.
All right, so how much does Venice sink in a year? If so, when will Venice sink? So the latest study suggests that it is sinking at about a rate of 1 to 2 millimeters a year. And if it keeps up this pace over the next 20 years, it will have sunk around 80 millimeters relative to sea level.
Interesting. Wait, that doesn't add up. Didn't you say 1
No,
to
it really
2
doesn't.
millimeters a year?
A year.
And then
yeah.
20 years it says 80?
At most, it would be 40.
At most it would be, yeah, most it would be 40. Yeah. Anyways, oh yeah, sea levels are rising, But yeah, I guess, yeah. If that's not being counted into the original equation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways, all right, let's get to the next question here.
All right, next question. Pick a conveniently cute animal to hang out with. We've got a kitten, we've got a bunny, we've got a puppy, and we've got a seal.
Ooh. I do like dogs. I do like dogs quite a bit.
Do you like dogs?
You like dogs? Go buy a caravan for mama.
Do you want to buy a caravan?
Everybody, go watch Snatch. Stop watching us and go watch Snatch.
Do a Space Jam Snatch double feature.
Yes.
You will not regret it.
Yes. Yeah, seal would be interesting, just because I've never hung out with a seal.
Mm-hmm. You could go clubbing with it.
I'm gonna go puppy.
What? Too soon?
I'm gonna go puppy. I like dogs. I like dogs. All right.
Yeah, you like dogs? All right.
What? All right. Go ahead, read it.
Lucille.
Lucille. Job, I want you to get rid of that C word. I'll leave when I'm good and ready.
All right. Pick an animated movie to watch / cry. Pocahontas, Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, or Monsters Incorporated.
Monsters Inc. 100%. Yeah.
Hands down, Monsters Inc. Soundtrack in that movie alone just slaps. So good. All right, next up. Pick a Mario Kart character to race with. We've got Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, DK, Bowser, and Wario.
Oh, man. This is the classic N64 lineup here.
And if you don't say Toad, I am leaving. No, I'm kidding.
I love how Mario is not here to take any of your crap, and Toad's eyes are missing.
It's just like a couple of nostrils.
Yeah. Now, here's the tricky thing. My character on Mario Kart changed with basically every iteration of Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
For
This looks like the
N64. This is the N64 one.
yeah.
Yeah. So on the Super NES, it was always either Peach, or in that case, it was Toadstool, or Yoshi.
Or Yoshi, I remember. Yeah.
On the N64, I did play as Wario quite a bit, as well as Yoshi. So I think, and I didn't pick Wario before on the Danny DeVito quiz, so I think I'll go Wario now. We'll pick Wario.
All right, where it is. Chat's all over the place. We've got Bowser's, Yoshi's, Mario's, Wario's.
Bowser's very strong, very strong. Yeah,
He got that weight to him.
he does, and he's got that top speed. It's just trying to get him up to top speed that's a nightmare.
And the control.
Yeah, terrible
All right.
handling. All right, here we go.
I'm hashtag Toad for life, though.
Hashtag
Hands
Toad for
down.
life. Got it.
Hashtag Toad for life. All right. Pick a garbage can to hide behind. We've got a park garbage. We've got a side of a building garbage. We've got an indoors garbage, or we've got a stick it on the curb garbage.
I feel like if I'm really raccooning it up, I'm going with the classy bins here.
Are you aiming for raccoon then?
Oh, that's right. I guess this isn't necessarily just raccoon. I'm still going to go with the classy bins.
Is that a Freudian slip?
We got raccoon.
We got raccoon.
Hey, you'd like to live in a pleasant wooded area, but these humans came in and built suburbs all over your habitat. Now they're going to get mad at you for digging in the trash or stealing cat food. You're the real victim here. Keep on keeping on, raccoon.
Colonel, I'm trying to infiltrate the enemy's garbage, but I'm so dummy thick. The clap of my raccoon cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
All right, next quiz. Oh my goodness. Trash Panda for the win, though.
Yeah, hashtag trash pandas.
Hashtag trash pandas. All right, here we go. This one's for you.
All right, hit me.
Whip up a tasty breakfast platter and we'll reveal which Ron Swanson quote relates to you most.
Somebody else said something Ron Swanson in the chat earlier. Who was that?
I think
Was
that
that
was
Golden Girl?
I think it was
When I
Golden
was
Girl.
talking about Marks and Spencer. Somebody brought up Ron Swanson.
Hey, I could be Rocket. Yeah, that's a good point, Trent. Yeah, look at me go. Look at me go. I can be Rocket. All right.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, how would you like your eggs?
Ooh.
Boiled, scrambled, sunny side up, or poached?
You know, I'm a sucker for eggs, Benny. I gotta go poached.
That's a good call.
Poached.
Very good call. Next, which breakfast meat will you choose? Bacon, sausage links, Beyond Meat sausage, or steak? How is this even on here? Why is this even an option? What kind of Ron Swanson quote would you get for Beyond?
My answer for this is yes.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. Three
this
of
was
the above.
breakfast food, right? Breakfast?
Yes, breakfast.
We're going to go bacon. We
Bacon?
got to go bacon.
It's a
You
good-
did Golden Girl. Okay, I thought you did. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, great. Yeah, you and me both, brother. I'm not sure about number 3, but all the rest, yeah, just give me all 3 of the other ones.
In the context of this quiz, I don't know why the Beyond Meat is there. However, that said, I have had Beyond Meat a few times, and as a meat lover, honestly, I didn't notice too much of a difference. I will not lie. If
can't
you were
do
to
it.
put a Beyond Meat burger and a regular meat burger in front of me, maybe my palate is just still screwed up from when I was a kid, but I didn't taste a big difference.
I can't bring myself to do it. I can't do it.
It's not bad. It's not. Maybe we'll do a stream and we'll both eat Beyond Meat burgers.
We'll see. We'll take that one offline.
All right. Well, tentative.
Tentative. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Which type of potato should you add to your meal?
Yes.
Hash browns. Uncultured swine, says Diggin' Hawk. Hash browns, fried potatoes, potato pancake, or home fries.
Potato pancakes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those are also referred to as latkes. Am I correct?
I thought latchkeys were something you called kids.
The latchkey kids. I'm pretty sure they called them that because they were made of potatoes.
Ah, that makes sense.
For this context, dang, I like potatoes. All of these look appealing. We gotta go, and I think I'm leaning towards Moon's answer here. I'm gonna go towards the fried potatoes. I'm a big fan of those potato wedges.
That checks out.
But home fries is a close second.
Makes sense. All right. Which breakfast food will be the main event? Is it
meat tornado?
exactly? Stop. You had me at meat tornado. Waffles, pancakes, oatmeal, or cereal?
I mean, why have pancakes if waffles is even an option, for one?
My man.
For two, cereal wise, I mean, you got a little bit more variety there, but it seems a little bit too plain. And I guess same goes for oatmeal. I gotta say waffles. I gotta say waffles for this one. Oh,
Waffles
people
is
in
the
chat
only
bringing
choice.
up the boxcar children. The boxcar children.
All right. Which tasty baked good are you going to choose? Is it a croissant, a muffin, a bagel, or a scone?
I don't know. Scones make my mouth dry, so I'm not gonna say scone.
Great says none of the above. R.I.P.
A croissant is a little bit too flaky for me. I don't like cleaning up after breakfast.
Especially when you've got facial hair, like you get the flakes in your beard. Not a great feeling. Yep.
So it's between muffin and bagel for me here. I'm gonna probably go with bagel because for bagels, I love. There's something about cream cheese that gets me like right here.
Is it heartburn?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I'm also intolerant of lactose. No, I gotta go with bagel though.
Sounds good. Which fruit has the perfect pop of color for your platter? Again, why Ron Swanson would care about pop of color is beyond me. But
whoever wrote this quiz
does
needs
not
to
know
go
Ron
back and
Swanson.
reassess their Ron Swanson.
All right. Is it strawberries? Is it grapes? Is it apple slices? Or is it grapefruit?
I'm gonna go grapefruit because it's the food that attacks you back. You gotta fight for a grapefruit, you know.
That's fair. I'm a grapefruit man myself. For me, it would be either grapefruit or strawberries.
Sorry, continue.
How would you like your toast? I just want plain bread.
Ooh.
Lightly toasted, medium toasted, or burnt.
Are you a sociopath?
I'm all about that. I'm all about that burnt bread.
So here's the weird thing. I'm one of those weird people when they go to like Mr. Sub or Subway or Quiznos. I don't actually like my sub toasted because I like the feeling of soft bread. But that having been said, if it's just bread on its own, I gotta go lightly toasted or at least some form of toast. Enough that you can get like a crust on the outside, but still have like a nice, like soft meating inside. You know what I mean?
No, you're preaching to the choir here. 100%.
I gotta go lightly toasted.
Lightly toasted. Diggin' Hawk says stroke time. All right. And finally, which drink are you washing down your food with? Coffee, tea, juice, or water?
Juice me.
Juice.
I am a juice fiend.
All right, here you go.
Juicy juicing.
Here's your Ron Swanson quote. You got, "It's pointless for a human to paint scenes of nature when they can go outside and stand in it."
Thanks, Ron.
That's deep. That's a deep Ron quiz right there.
We just got hashtag unexpected Jack Handied.
All right, we got two more quizzes here, and then we'll move on to the next segment. Here we go.
All right.
This one's you.
All right. So my last quiz to you is build an ice cream sundae and we'll reveal what you'll be doing 10 years from now.
Checks out. Okay, let's do this.
All right. So first off, you got to pick a bowl.
Oh, we got a few options here. You know what?
We got a few options.
I really like this top left one. I'm a fan of blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. If you haven't been able to tell from the layout on my on my stream, I like blue.
Fair.
And so it's going to be one of these two, I think. But I like the steelness of this blue. It's like a steel blue. So I'm gonna pick that one.
It's like a cracked eggshell meets a underwater teal.
Ooh. All right.
All right. So we picked the bowl. We're on to picking an ice cream flavor. Your choices are vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, mint chocolate, hazelnut, or caramel.
I didn't even finish letting you read the mint chocolate. 100%. Anyone who knows me, it's mint chocolate or get out of here. So mint chocolate. Hondo P.
I'll be honest, I don't know that I've had hazelnut ice cream before, though.
Actually, I don't know that I have either. I've had like pecan, but not
I'd
hazelnut.
be down for a hazelnut, though.
That could be tasty.
Anyways, all right, let's pick some sauce. You got that hot fudge sauce, you got that strawberry sauce, you got that caramel sauce, and you got that chocolate sauce.
So when I go to Dairy Queen, my go-to is the peanut butter parfait. Guys, gotta love them parfaits. I am all about that hot fudge.
I knew you would say hot fudge.
It's gonna be hot fudge.
The hot fuzz.
All day, every day, hot fudge.
All right. Whipped cream.
No.
Yes or no?
No, I am not a whipped cream
right.
guy. No, I'll put it on some things, but no, not on ice cream.
Clover says, "Okay then, donkey." With your parfaits.
Parfait's got to be the best thing on the planet.
You got to choose a topping. You got marshmallows, chocolate chips, nuts, and rock candy.
Now, when they say rock candy, they mean like pop rocks?
I think they mean like the crystalline type of like rock candy.
So crystal meth. Am I putting
That's actually I would classify like nerds as being rock candy.
Okay.
I feel like that's what they're aiming for with this.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I might go rock candy. I'm not really one to put
candy with mint
nuts.
chocolate?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I'm not gonna knock it. I haven't tried it.
I mean, because mint chocolate chip, you've already got the chocolate chips in there. I mean, I could always go more chocolate chips, I suppose. Nuts.
That's a lot of nuts.
I'm not really one to put in, like, because even when I get a peanut butter parfait, I usually ask for half of the peanuts that they normally put on there. One, because they usually scoop into the bottom of the container where all the salt is.
Skins and
then it's just like a spoonful of salt that they drop on the top of my ice cream, and then I go to take a bite and I just about vomit because there's so much salt. I'm not opinionated on this at all.
Wario scoop your nuts.
Wait, what? Is that in the chat, or are you just saying Wario scooping up?
Wario, it's one of those things you don't want to hear Wario say, outside of a video game concept.
I feel like I don't want to hear anybody say that. Anyway, let's just go with rock candy.
All right, rock candy it is. All right, choose
another
another
topping.
topping. We got chocolate sprinkles. We got rainbow sprinkles. We got M&Ms and no thanks.
I'll take a scoop of no thanks, please.
Would you like that hot or cold?
Yeah, this isn't a kaleidoscope. This is a bowl of ice cream.
All right, final topping. This one does not have a no thanks option.
Okay.
You either get wafers, cones, a cherry, or some extra sprinkles.
I think this one I'm going to go wafer. I do like wafers. You'll be single with many, many pets. Well, you heard the man, Golden Girl. I guess I'm moving out. Go buy me a bunch of cats.
Rip marriage.
Get a bowl of Scotch mints and yell at the neighbor kids. I don't know.
I hope you kids choke on those Werther's originals.
Joke's on them. I melted the wrapper to the candy.
That's a big yikes.
That is a very big yikes.
Kathmandu.
Again, I'm curious which of my answers led it to think that I'm going to be single. Oh, man. Clover, thank you for those bits. Get off my lawn!
All I can think of is Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, see you never, says Golden Girl. I'm sorry. I'm depressed now. Let's move on.
All right.
So we've discovered that not only am I going to be Swaghammer, but I'm going to live alone with a bunch of pets. And a raccoon.
And you're a raccoon.
And I'm a raccoon.
Maybe the raccoons are your pets.
Maybe. All right, here we go. Last quiz. This one's for you. Find out which famous movie villain matches your personality by customizing an evil lair.
Ooh.
Right? This one could be cool.
I'm down for this.
All right. Pick a location for your hideout. An abandoned property, a castle, a forest, a volcano, an old hospital, or a secluded cottage.
I was hoping for old metal ship.
Old
but I
metal
will
ship.
settle for castle.
10-hour tomato.
Because volcano, you're just asking for trouble with a volcano. Let's be honest.
I mean, you're not wrong. Not wrong.
If the raccoons are his pets, that might explain the lack of the relationship.
Hey, anyone who's not down with my raccoons is not cannot handle this.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to be my lover, you got to get with my raccoons.
You wanna be my lover?
Yeah. And there's your Spice Girls for the evening. All right. Pick the perfect exterior. You've got this very SpongeBob-looking lifeguard beach house.
Okay.
This kind of cabin in the woods looking thing.
Very Fidel Castro. I'm digging it.
Got Camp Crystal Lake over here. A tent.
Ooh.
Whatever this is supposed to be.
It looks like a one-level bungalow.
Yeah, in the middle of the woods. And this kind of, I don't know, I don't even know what you call this, like industrial chic? Is that a thing?
I'm liking the Fidel Castro look for my castle. I want it kind of like overrun by plants, you know?
This one?
Yeah, top right one.
Oh, top right. Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, very jungle boogie.
I'm down for it.
Ooh, tiny house. Yeah.
Pick a cool interior theme, eh? All right.
Yeah, honestly, Golden Girl, some days I would take the trash panda. I love my kids. But sometimes. All right,
Throw a trash panda in the mix anyways.
Yeah,
Mingle with
why
the
not?
kids.
It's day 47 and they have yet to realize that I'm here. Pick a cool interior theme.
Okay.
Very, very bougie look here. Kind of a more modern IKEA looking look.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, what is this, like, again, like beachside house kind of interior? You can tell I'm not an interior decorator.
Pick a castle and then pick what the castle looks like. If it's not just going to be a castle. I have questions about who wrote this one.
Yeah. No, I get that. Well, especially because you also had to pick that random house. This very, like, dark modern kind of look. I'll call this one light modern. And also light modern. Minimalist, maybe. Maybe I'll call this one minimalist.
I was going to say that bottom left one looks like the inside of an actual IKEA.
Yeah. Golden Girl, I feel like children are tiny trash pandas eating nasty Cheerios off the floor and pooping their pants. I feel personally attacked.
Have you pooped your pants recently?
No
and eaten Cheerios off
comment.
the floor?
No comment.
I have concerns. I don't know. I mean, as counterintuitive as it would be for people to, for me to like be private and be this evil layer, but have people see what I'm doing, I'm actually down for that giant window aesthetic on that middle left.
This one, the one with the kind of the ocean background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pick a much needed extra room. I already know what you're going to pick here. Library, arcade, home theater, a hot tub, a wine room, or an indoor garden.
Tough call, but you got it. Sometimes you just got to do balls and holes. Let's go with let's go arcade.
I knew you were going to pick arcade. I knew it. All right.
It's
Pick
between arcade and library, if I'm being honest, though.
That's fair. Which is funny because they're almost opposites. Pick a getaway vehicle to park outside. A helicopter, a car, a motorbike, a Jeep, a boat, or I don't need a vehicle.
Don't need to escape. Let's see. Well, if I'm in the castle, I'm obviously by the ocean. I feel like boat is probably the better way to go because nobody just like assumes that they need water transportation. And I feel like a helicopter is just a little bit too obvious, I guess. Less inconspicuous. I'm going to go with boat. But it's going to be like one of those cool like submersible yachts.
Nice. Very good choice. All right, pick out some windows. You've got this one that's
quiz.
You've got these windows that are see-through.
Okay.
You have these windows that are also see-through.
Mm-hmm.
You have these ones that are see-through but from the outside.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You have this one that's see-through but it's a circle.
Oh. Uh-huh.
You have this one that's see-through but all that's there is plants. And no windows.
No windows. I mean, keeping with the wild aesthetic. Ooh, professional streamer. Let's go with that porthole looking one, the round one on the middle right.
Nice. All right, last one. Here we go. Last question. And
All right.
finally, pick someone to tell about your hideout. My close friends, no one, my minions, my siblings, my pet, or my family.
First off, no minions. I'm sorry, I'm not a minion person. If I'm coming up with evil plots and schemes and stuff, I can't be relying on anybody else to pull them off, or that's just going to cause me bundles of anxiety. So next up, I wouldn't want to tell my siblings or close friends because then they have a risk of getting kidnapped and tortured for the whereabouts of where I live.
You've offended Clover.
Clover, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not one for slave driving. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not a minions person. So
That's
it's
fair.
between telling no one or telling my pet. But I feel like even if you were to tell your pet, chances of them actually like understanding, like you don't just pick up a dog and be like, "Hey, dog, my evil layer's at 42 Wallaby Way."
You say that, and then your dog betrays you to the police for a shorter prison term.
I'm going to go with no one.
No one. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with no one, and it's gonna be one of those situations where like anybody that I bring to my evil lair, they gotta have like the bag over the head.
So you are the Wicked Witch of the West. Like the witch, you're smart, rebellious, strongly opinionated, and absolutely remarkable. Sure, you can be cold, stingy, and demanding, but you make up for all of it with your beauty, playfulness, and legendary intuition. I feel like half of that is wrong.
I feel
Knowing
like
you.
more than half of that is wrong. The only time I get strongly opinionated is when it comes to Treasure Planet.
Yeah. And cold, stingy, and demanding are like 3 words that I would not ever use to describe you. So we're going to throw this one out.
You got it wrong this time, BuzzFeed.
Yeah, below it.
Got it wrong this time.
All right. Well, that is the end of that segment. Let's move on to something else. All right. Let me just cue that up here. And so this game is called Will You Press the Button?
Yeah.
So we have a series of questions here, and this is going to be for chat to participate with as well, because we want to know, will you press the button? So each of these is going to have a scenario where something potentially good could happen, but there's a downside. And maybe something's not a downside, but, you know, that's for you to decide. So I will open up a poll here. We'll try and keep these pretty tight polls, I think.
I have already opened a poll.
Oh, you have? Okay, I was like, holy cow, why is my current poll already will you press the button? I have not done this. Thank you. Thank
Because
you.
I am magic.
You're on top of it. So go ahead, jump in that poll. How long did you set this for?
Set it for 3 minutes. So we had enough time to talk about it, discuss it, and then review
Okay.
it.
Okay, well, that's fair. So our first one we've got here, thinking about food makes you richer, but you will never be able to eat the food you are craving. Will you press the button?
It's like, gosh darn, I really want sushi right now. And it's like, well, too bad. You're getting beans. But
That's
you're
fair.
also richer.
Yeah. See, this is a tricky one because you could just think about any kind of food and it'll make you rich, but you'll never be able to eat the food that you're craving, which is kind of a downside. Yeah. Yeah. That is tricky.
I feel like it would drive me crazy.
For sure it would. Yeah. Well, especially because if you're rich, right? And you can literally buy anything, but now I'm not allowed to eat the food that I'm craving. Yeah, that's a tough one. I might lean towards no. It depends on how rich I get thinking about the food. But still,
I don't even know that I'd be able to go that far. I'm with
Yeah.
Moon and I'm with Clover on this one.
Mm.
It's the cravings thing. I gotta
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Pardon me. Crate says, I think it could work for you, or for me, I guess for Crate, because most of the time you can't eat what you like to anyways, but still. fair. I mean,
Yeah.
that would factor in too. If you already have dietary restrictions, you're already limiting what you can eat just right there.
May as well make money off of it.
You know,
No,
It's
that's a
like,
very good
oh,
point. Yeah, that's a very
I
good
can't
point.
have pineapples, but I crave them.
Yeah. No, that's valid. Let's see, we're still waiting for the poll to end. I think maybe let's go 2 minutes on the next poll. Three
Yeah.
might be too long.
All right. What about you, Casey? What are you picking? You saying no or are you saying yes?
It is a very tough call, but I think I would probably go no. If it really came down to it, I would probably go no.
Fair. I would go no as well. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So we currently are sitting at 6 votes. Is that 6? No, that's 5. That's
No,
5
there's
votes
still-
for no.
Yeah, 5 votes for no.
And
Yeah.
1 vote for yes. One of you out there, push that button.
I'm already
You're already
restricted. I don't want to be
wanna
worse
be
off.
worse off.
Also
I
a
mean,
valid
that's
point.
true too.
Very
I
valid.
mean, do you still crave the foods that you can have, knowing that you can't have the other ones? I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
No, that's a
Moons,
good
you're
point.
going to bed. Have a good night.
Have a
Take
good night.
care, you and Hawk.
All right, here we go. Next one.
All right.
You can spend the day as a character in your favorite show, but you are basically the Mo Sizlak of that show. For those of you who are not familiar with Mo Sizlak, that is the bartender from The Simpsons, who is literally a scumbag and nobody wants to be around him.
I think I accidentally did for 3 minutes again. My bad.
That's okay. We can always just stop it early.
Oh yeah. So you spend your day as a character in your favorite show, but you're basically the most Sizlak of that show. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna enjoy it if you're the one that, like, basically all the bad stuff happens to and everyone looks down on. You know?
Yeah, it's... And here's the thing, though. It's like, okay, I think about some of the shows that I like, and I think about who is the most Sizlak in that show, and I keep coming back now to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where I feel like Frank Reynolds is the most Sizlak of that show, and I think it'd be hilarious to be Frank Reynolds. So I might go yes, actually, just because I think it would be funny. It's only for the day, right?
I guess. Yeah, it's just the day.
Yeah, it's not like I'm spending an eternity as this character. I think it would still be fun to do.
Because see, for me, I'm still gonna stay with my no answer because even though it is just the day, spending that day as like one of the least liked characters of that show, that would be all that I would think about after that. Is like, man, I wish that it wasn't like a 1 day thing and that I could have been someone else, and like I feel like I would have experienced my dreams in the worst way possible. So I'm probably gonna have to stay with no. I'll be honest.
That's
The
fair.
Gunter from Friends,
Yeah,
the Newman from Seinfeld.
Oh,
Yeah.
and see, yeah, this is where it gets tricky because it kind of depends on the show. Because I would definitely not want to be Newman. Like, forget that guy. Gunter,
Clover
same
wants
thing.
to know if there's an Amanda kiss and hug. Is there an Amanda kiss and hug here?
Hey, I'm looking for an Amanda kiss and hug.
Is there a Mr. Butts, first
Yeah.
name Seymour?
I want to see more butts. It's classic. Should we go ahead and close the poll? I think. Let's go ahead and close the poll. Yeah.
Let's close it.
Looks like
What do we
looking
got?
like everyone else says no. Holy cow! Okay, so I am the lone yes on this one apparently.
The lone yes.
Oh man, Mimi from the Drew Carey Show. That's a throwback a little bit. Hey, I haven't seen the Drew Carey Show in a long time.
Oh, not in a hot minute, that's for sure.
Do love the theme song though. Presidents of the United States, classic. All right, here we go. Next one. You die, but you are reborn as the person you have always dreamed of.
It wouldn't let me close the last poll, so we're gonna have to wait just a hot minute here.
Oh really? Maybe I can close
Yeah.
it.
Cleveland rocks.
It says poll ended on my side.
Does it? Okay.
Oh, here we go. End poll. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Make
Okay.
sure I reduce it. Actually, I think 1 minute at this point is more than enough now that we know
Yeah,
what we're getting
yeah, we can
into
go.
here.
We can go 1 minute. 1 minute's fine.
All right, 1 minute poll. Here we go. It's up.
Cleveland rocks. Yeah, Clover. Heck yeah. Such a good
If you
song.
if you die, you die. Sorry, you do die. This is happening when you push the button. You die, but you are reborn as the person you have always dreamed of. But you will never be able to meet/interact with anybody from your previous life.
That would be a hard one. I mean, there's definitely people that I've met that I have no interest in meeting ever again. But I feel like those are far fewer than people that I would definitely miss. And so I don't know that I can say yes to this one. I think this is going to be a no from me. I think it's going to be a no from me, dog.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing to think about too here, though, is if you're reborn, do you still have the memories from your previous life? Or are you blissfully unaware that there's an entire grouping of people that have formed you into what you were that you are now missing? You know?
Did you say mything?
Missing. MISSING.
Yeah, that's tricky. See, and that might change it a little bit. If I was then completely ignorant, then I might be tempted a little bit to swing more towards the yes side. If I knew, though, and I had memories of those people, I couldn't do it.
That's where I'm at. If it was like you hit the reset button, I guess a lot of it depends on where you are in life too. Like if I was 80 years old, I'd be like, oh heck yeah, I'd push that button. Everybody that I know at this point is basically gone already.
All my friends are dead.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Craig says, "Oh, this is tricky. I could translate his meaning from not just our world too, and that's what trips me up."
Oh, that's fair. Lizard Wife says hard pass. I could never.
It's a triple hard. Yeah, it seems like most folks are going to say no to this one as well. I just left high school. I can't do it again.
But see, you do it again as the person you always dreamed of being. So I mean, it's not to say second time's the charm, but maybe second time's the charm, right?
Or just dream that you're somebody who's already graduated high school.
What is this, a Benjamin Button thing where you're
loophole? Loophole.
But if you're the person you've always dreamed of, wouldn't that mean that you retain the memories from the previous life? Yeah, I guess.
It's tricky.
It's tough. I'm on the same boat as you, Casey, but I think ultimately as well, I would probably go with no.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Probably gonna go no.
I don't know. It's tempting, but I mean, it's at the same time, it would feel weird because like by saying yes to that question, you're also basically saying like
screw you to everybody.
Yeah, you know, where they're like that wouldn't be the case. Like, is your desire to be a better person greater than like your associations with anyone else? Is basically like
absolutely. Question. Hey, Cup of Kiwi coming in with that raid of 9. Thank you so much, buddy. Welcome in, Raiders. Spooky Bean says stinky raid. And thank you, Milix. I think I pronounced that correctly for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. We are in the middle of a hot debate of will you press the button, where we talk about hypothetical situations where you could have some sort of upside, but there's also a downside. And so we are about to jump into the next question. Hey, yeah, no worries, man. Test streams, you got to do it. So here's our next question here, and feel free. We've got a poll up, so you can press yes or no as to whether or not you'll press the button.
Poll is right over here.
You can get the superpower of your choice, but the entire world becomes one giant, never-ending production of cats.
Do they look like the cats from the most recent cats?
Yes.
Spooky had the same thought. Which cats?
Everyone just mashing that no button as hard as they can.
I'm going to say it's not worth it. I got to say it's not worth it. Somebody out there is saying yes, but I can't.
And not only do they look like the cats, they're singing the entire time.
Mm-hmm. It is the production of cats.
It's
not just
over
everybody
and over again.
You don't got the lolly cat girls kicking around. It's the whole kit and caboodle.
Lizard Wife looking for loopholes over here. Superpower to rewrite reality, then live life as I want. Basically going full Wanda Maximoff over here. Channeling that inner Scarlet Witch.
I haven't watched Long Division yet.
Ooh, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Clover got it. The whole kit and caboodle. Thanks, Clover.
Hey-o.
I gotta go now.
Again, pretty much almost everyone heavy with the nose with one yes. One yes. And I think that was Lizard Wife. Lizard Wife did say they would.
With honestly a valid reason. I mean, if that is your power of choice, why not, right?
I couldn't do it. I'm not a musicals guy to begin with, much less cats. So I feel like I would slowly dwindle into madness.
Whereas I am a musicals guy, but just not Cats. That would be like even worse, I feel like, because for the appreciation that you have of musicals,
Yeah.
knowing that Cats is going to be the be all end all.
Cats is the Michael Bay of Broadway. That's your hot take for the evening.
Cats is the Mo Sizlak of Broadway.
Yes. All right. Here we go. Let's go to the next one.
Next button.
All right. You want to read this one?
Hit it. All right. So, chat, you're going to receive $1,000 every day. But
Seems good.
somewhere around the world is a bird that can kill you instantly with one touch. It knows where you are and is hunting you.
You know what? I'd gamble it.
You'd gamble it?
I'd gamble it. Because the bird is not indestructible.
The poll is up.
The bird is not indestructible, and nowhere in this hypothetical situation is the bird indestructible. So all I need to do is just keep an eye out for birds, and if I see one that's kind of vulturing me a bit,
Just kill it.
just kill it or capture it, and bingo banga bongo, I'm rich. So I
Fair.
think I would say yes.
But here's the thing. What if it comes at you in the night when you're unawares?
Spooky is accepted, Who Knew Bird Overlord. Kiwi, thank you for that gift sub to Spooky Beans. Very kind of you.
I don't know that I could do it because I feel like the anxiety alone would just drive me bonkers.
Crate's got a good point. You just buy a bunch of cats.
See, everything goes to sleep at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
$1,000 a day, and if you die, you die in style. Fair.
There you go. Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Boom.
Now, the other thing that catches me on this, too, is it's somewhere around the world. Like, it could literally be like, oh, you push the button? Cool. It's that bird right there in that tree, and then you're done.
Yeah. Kiwi coming in with another gift sub for Timmy the Spork. Thank you very much, my guy. I appreciate you.
Like, you might not even make it the day.
That's fair. That's a valid point. That's a very valid point. Just stay inside. Don't ever leave your house. You don't have to these days. We haven't been doing that for the last year.
True. I haven't touched a bird in a year.
Yeah, I mean, birds haven't tried to touch me either, but, you know. All right.
All right. Yeah, going back to the BuzzFeed articles.
All right. So, will you press the button? The answer for most of chat is yes. Yeah. My wife's trying to dox me out here. All right. So you say no. I say yes. I would say
I would
yes.
say no. I couldn't do it. The anxiety alone would kill me.
Appreciate you, Kiwi. Appreciate you. All right. And you timed out my wife for 10 seconds. Oh my goodness. All right. All right.
If you
Next
wore full
question.
body protection, would it count? Because it's touching. Oh, I guess yeah. I don't know. We'll dive into that. We'll dive into that later.
That is a very good point. I feel like it's still kind of touching you. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All right. You are the richest person in the entire world, but anyone who comes within 20 feet of you loses control of their bladder and bowels.
Ooh.
I think for most circumstances, this would actually be hilarious.
I was gonna say this isn't really any much of a detriment
But,
to you.
but it's anyone who comes within 20 feet of you. That includes loved ones, meaning that you are going to live a very lonely or smelly life.
Fair. However, if you make people aware of this and they empty their bowels prior to approaching you, I feel like, maybe it'll work out. TK, you don't have loved ones? Don't lie to me. I know you have Tipsy Inc. I know you have the Queen. I know she rocks your world and makes it so much better. Don't lie to me. I thought you loved me too.
Spooky. I would be rich and harness my powers as a new superhero, the human laxative.
Oh, I mean, that's the thing too, right? I mean, nobody's going to want to come up and take your riches because they won't want to empty their bowels in front of you.
I feel like my superhero name in that case would be Slip and Slide.
I would
Or
be
super
the Muddy
villain.
Bandit.
The Muddy Bandit. The Wet Bandits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Peanut Buster Parfait.
Dr. Feelbad.
Dr. Squirts and Hurts.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what other cool names could we come up with. No, I'm not gonna go there. Skidmark.
Browns?
Skidmark. Skidmark. That would be.
I like it.
All right, let's do the next one here. Chat also says yes, they would press the button. That is actually a large percentage of chat.
100% I would push that button.
Skid Row. Yeah, I'd probably press it. I think it'd be funny.
I'd push that button.
Yeah. All right. You can pick up any instrument and play it masterfully, but you'll feel arthritis-like pain in your hands every time you play.
I had the arthritis.
I feel like this is an episode. You remember that episode of Futurama when Fry swaps out his hands for the robot devil's hands? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel it. See, here's the thing: is it doesn't necessarily mean you have to pick an instrument that you play with your hands.
Crate says, "I'm already there. No sweat."
What if the instrument that you were a master at was the kazoo?
But you'll still feel the pain in your hands every time you play the kazoo.
I could basically already do this. Oh, Golden Girl, come on. You know I got the arthritis.
It's true. You can make a lot of money and probably not have to perform all that often.
And it's only the pain while you're playing, which I feel like would add emotional context to what you are playing. You know, oh, they're in so much pain. Look at the emotion behind that kazoo playing. If I were to be honest, though, if I could pick an instrument and play it masterfully, I would pick the hurdy-gurdy.
Ooh.
And I would still say yes to this.
Okay. Yeah,
the hurdy-gurdy's like it's the perfect combination of guitar meets piano meets music box meets violin
meets pirate.
Yeah, meets pirate.
It's the perfect instrument. Really, it is. Yeah. Also, what a cool name. Timmy says stringed instruments already cause pain unless you really build up those calluses. Truth. I bought a guitar a while ago with the intent of trying to learn again, and it's just sitting collecting dust. I really need to start playing it again. But yeah, those after playing it for like 5 or 6 days straight and then not having the calluses already, yeah, dem fingies.
My calluses never left.
TK says harmonica. Yeah. But again, like I say, you still get the pain in your hands every time you play. It's just, maybe it hurts less. If I can be in pain for a whole 8-hour shift, I can do a 4-minute song. But what if you're playing Freebird?
Or anything by Tool.
Yeah. Or wasn't there a song by NoFX that's just drums for like 20 minutes? I think it's called The Decline.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyways.
Timmy says an accordion. Noise. Noise.
Bagpipes. That way everybody else feels the pain that you're feeling. Got it. All right, let's move on to the next one.
All right.
All right, you want to read this one? Bagpipes are pretty good, Clover. It's just they're like the butt end of every instrument joke, so I had to go there. It's the low-hanging fruit.
True. All right, next poll. You are given $250,000, but you have to take a bubble bath with both Donald Trump and Joe Biden at the same time.
I have questions. 1, how big is this bath? And 2, how long do I have to stay in there? And 3, how many bubbles are in this bath? AKA, am I seeing anything?
I was going to say 4, are we allowed swim trunks?
Yeah, this is tricky.
Spooky. $250,000, and a large amount of that would go to therapy.
Yeah, I'll be left with $1,000 after all of my therapy bills.
Oh, Lizard Wife makes a solid point, though. She says, easy yes, because they'll both have to pay you hush money on top of that afterwards. You don't describe their bodies.
Well, you know what Trump would say? I'm huge.
It was the greatest bath. I had the most bubbles of anyone.
Ask anybody. I had the best wrinkles. The bath would turn orange. Yeah, Clover. Yeah, you and I are on the same. Clover and I are on the same vein here. It would wash off all the spray Cheeto tan.
The worst soap ring in the tub ever.
Oh, that'd be so gross.
Question: do they have to leave the bath alive? Ooh.
You can tell by the size of my hands how huge I am.
Oh my goodness. Soaking in Tang. Just makes me think of that 70s show. All growing boys need Tang.
Well, we got 6 on the yes boat, 6 on the no boat, 4 on the yes boat for this one.
This one is probably the closest out of all of them we've had so far, I think.
What are you thinking, Casey?
To be honest, I'd probably do it. I would probably do it. 250
totally
large
fight
is a
for it,
lot of
too.
money. I've got a lot of debt that I could race with 250K.
And it doesn't say how long you have to bath with them. You could literally just like hop in 5 seconds.
Oh
and be
yeah,
like,
if I need to, I can have a shower 2-3 minutes. Boom, in and out.
easy done.
Yeah.
Easy done. I'm on the yes boat for that one.
Yeah. I'd do it. I'd do it. It'd be quite tangy afterwards. Well, I'm not drinking the bathwater, Clover. That would be a hard no. If I had to drink the water as well, I'm out. I'm out.
That's the worst gamer girl bath water ever.
Oh, Timmy posing a good question. For the people that said no, is there an amount that you would do it for? I'm very curious.
I am very curious, actually.
Politician bathwater. Let's bottle it and sell it. It's
This
the new-
isn't a whatever her name is. I don't remember her name either, TK.
isn't it?
I don't know. It's gamer girl
Bell
girl.
something. Bell something. I can't remember.
Bella Swan.
Bell.
It's
I
Bella
can't-
Swan.
Yeah. There's always an amount to any question. Everyone has an amount.
Everyone's got a line.
Yeah. All right.
Find it.
Here's our next one. You will get another superpower one. You will get the superpower of your choosing, but every time you use that power, your life is shortened by an unknown amount.
Ooh. See, it had me up until the unknown amount.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew how much, would make this an easier question.
And is it random every time?
Poll is up. Is it? I mean, maybe. I don't know. It does say an unknown amount, so it doesn't say it's a consistently unknown amount.
Is my superpower immortality? Ooh, a loophole there. Yeah.
Both Dr. Rush and Timmy both
Yeah.
at the same time.
I'm slowly dying, but I can't die. It's tricky. That's a tricky one. Or
Basically
you
a vampire?
Or what if you pick a superpower that it's just like a one and done? Like you just need to use it once. Like the Midas touch or something. Turn something to gold, then sell that thing for just a crap ton of money, and then you never need to use it again. I might go
Or
yes.
like shooting 50 Olive Garden breadsticks out of your hands.
Done. Yep. There we go. Yes. Hard yes.
Because see, here's the thing: is now everybody in chat is hard on the like, just pick immortality.
Yet most of them voted no. The poll is finished, and we had 80% say no.
And one say yes. Interesting. I would say yes,
Okay.
but the way that I would work it is the superpower of my choosing, I suppose, is doesn't matter really what I pick. I know what I would pick, but it doesn't matter what I pick because I would still live my life the same way that I already am and use that as more of like a fail safe kind of thing. It's like if I ever needed to use it, I knew it was there, but I would still live my life in a way that I wouldn't need it.
Ooh, Spooky says superpower of telling the future. First time I just find out when I die. Loophole.
Fair enough. But what if it's like 5 minutes from now? Because you use the power.
Well, it was a good life. See you later.
What if it could have been 50 years, but then you use the power and now it's in half an hour?
Yeah, well, we'll go do your bucket list, I guess. I think I would probably say yes. I think
Yeah,
I would.
you're
I
on the
think
yes boat?
I think I'd go yes on this one. Yep. What about you?
Again, if you die, you can die in style. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm
Yeah.
with it. I would be yes. I would be yes.
Okay. All right. I think this is the last one here.
All right. Hit it.
You can eat anything you want and always be in great health, but Nick Cage and Carrot Top will sit with you at every meal constantly staring at you and mocking your choice of food. I'd do it.
I wrote this one especially for chat.
I would do it. I'd do it. Well, actually, so here's the thing. Nick Cage doesn't scare me. Carrot Top scares me. Have you seen that guy lately?
No, actually, I can't say I have.
He is jacked. I'm not even kidding. Dude is ripped like you wouldn't even believe. Like The Rock level ripped almost.
So what you're saying is if you had cheese for dinner, you'd be grating it on his abs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great health. Could it cure any health issues unrelated to your diet? I would say yes. I would say great health to me would assume that you have nothing physically wrong with you and can eat anything that you want, Timmy.
Okay, I'm gonna switch the screen here for a second because I just want to show you a picture of Carrot Top right now.
Okay. Carrot Top has been ripped his whole life. I didn't know this, TK.
This is Carrot Top. Well, I mean,
Jeez.
like look at that. Dude will snap you like a carrot.
That's
Yoked.
scary ripped.
Yoked. Anyways. Yeah. Terrifying. Just terrifying.
Well, we got 3 on the yes boat in chat and 2 on the no boat for the vote vote.
I'd probably go yes. I'd go yes. Yeah.
For the cheap healthcare, Timmy's on the boat for that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go yes too. I mean, you could always just get earplugs and just not look up from your food.
Like ever. Yeah. And it's only when you're sitting with you at meals, right? You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're constantly following you around all day mocking you. It's only when you're eating.
I'd just say at every meal, so it depends on what you classify as a meal.
Yeah, this is just a light snack. Get out of here, guys. This is just a light porterhouse steak that I'm eating. This is not a meal. Come back in half an hour when I'm having my second porterhouse.
Cut your steaks into tiny, like Skittle-sized pieces and take it on the go.
Yeah.
Just call it trail mix.
Anything you eat out of a Ziploc bag is not a meal. So if you put all of your food in a Ziploc bag and then just eat it from the Ziploc bag, I don't think it constitutes a meal.
Except for taco in a bag. I feel like taco in a bag is a meal.
Maybe.
For those of you in chat who are unaware of what taco in a bag is, if you ever get the chance, get yourself an individual sized of like Doritos or something, and cut the bag open. Throw in like cooked ground beef, lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, whatever you would normally put in a taco. Close the top, crush up the chips, shake it up, and just like eat it out with a fork. It is beautiful. Taco in a bag. Do it.
Be very careful your wording.
Just eat it out. Eat taco in a bag while watching a double feature of Space Jam and Snatch.
Boom.
Boom.
There you go.
There's your weekend plans, chat. Easy done. Easy done. You don't even have to thank me. Just do it.
Just do it. There you go. All right. Well, that is the end of that segment.
Sounds like taco salad with extra steps. Yes, but those extra steps make it beautiful, Timmy.
It's almost actually taco salad with fewer steps because then you don't even have to put it on a plate. You just eat it right out of the Doritos bag. It's great.
Rush says, you lived off taco in a bag from 7-Eleven. Use the chili dog section for the meat and condiments. That's a good idea.
Smart.
That's smart. That's our hashtag smart for the day.
All right. Let's move on to our next and final segment of the evening.
The meat and potatoes of every episode.
The tier maker.
The tier maker.
The tier maker.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. As you like, play the Pacific Rim theme song. Gypsy's analog. She could do it. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this.
How do we segue Gypsy Danger into cryptids and monsters as bodyguards?
Well, I mean, Gypsy Danger is a Jaeger. Jaegers fight kaijus. Kaiju is technically, I would say, a monster.
Boom.
And monsters can be cryptids. So
I'm proud of you.
Chat. Thank you. To Tier Maker. Tonight's topic: cryptids and monsters as bodyguards.
So we have a list of monsters here. And we're going with a smaller list. We just want to see kind of timing wise, because the first couple that we've done have been like 2 hours a piece, which is a very long time to do a tier list. So we're trying a shorter list this time just to kind of get a feel for what's a good amount of time to be doing this.
Excellent call out, Crate. Cryptids are monsters, but not all monsters are cryptids.
Boom. Like if those IQ tests, if all Hoozles were Wazzles and all Wazzles were Wingos or something. I can't remember what they are.
If some men are doctors and some doctors are tall, does that mean that some men are tall?
Indeed. Should I mention Trent's run-in with Mothman on Fallout 76? Well, I mean, you just did. You just did. I feel like there's a story that we have to hear now. All right.
Of how I'm bad at segues.
Yep. So, Ram, do you want to run us through the list of monsters as we have them on the chart here?
I would love nothing more. So they are all in alphabetical order here, chat. Up first, we have Aragog from Harry Potter. Aragog, we're treating Aragog as being basically like a giant spider. I am well aware that Aragog died back in 1977 based on, fiction, canon, all that jazz. But for the sake of this, we went off of Aragog in terms of like sentience and ability and all that jazz. So we've got Aragog, giant spider. We've got the Baba Yaga. We've got a basilisk. We've got Bigfoot. We've got a chimera. We've got chupacabra. We've got a cyclops. We've got drop bears. We've got gelatinous cubes. We've got jackalopes. We've got Jersey devils. We've got Kappa water demons. We've got Loch Ness monster, minotaurs, Mongolian death worms, Mothman, mummies, vampires, wendigos, and werewolves.
Can I just say that Mongolian Death Worm is like the best band name ever?
Part of me actually wanted to look up and see if somebody's actually named their band Mongolian Death Worm.
There's gotta be. There's gotta be.
The closest I found was Austrian Death Machine.
And Timmy poses a very good question. Bodyguards from real world dangers, or are we assuming that these are going to be protecting us from otherworldly dangers?
Excellent question.
And that's not something that we've talked about.
It is not. I would say in the context of this, it would be both. Because if they exist as bodyguards, I'm assuming that means that the same opposite force would exist as well.
Okay.
To a degree.
Yeah, I can get on board with that. Yeah. So real world and, I guess, fantasy world.
The cryptid world, the monster world, the unseen.
Mothman S tier. Have you seen his statue's booty? Oh my goodness.
But thank you for the clarification, Timmy. That's an excellent call out. Excellent call out.
Yep, 100%. All right, so first up, Aragog.
We got Aragog. So,
giant spiders are creepy AF.
A little bit of back history with Aragog. Extremely potent poison. Married to, I can't remember what her name is now. I think it's just Magog it's Mosag. It's Mosag. I'm like pulling up all the wiki articles while I'm doing this. Is able to speak, does have sentience. Technically, the only human being that they ever trusted was Hagrid from Harry Potter, if you're going down the Aragog route. But we're just treating it as a sentient giant spider.
These are basically Pokemon, I feel.
Yeah. Is it like Big Bag Beetleborgs, where they wish they could be super, but they made it like super bad? But they made the super bad guys so they could fight it. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know. We could tease that fantasy a little bit, Rush. We could tease it.
So very few of these have the ability to carry guns.
Would guns even be effective?
See, that's the thing. Like, I'm thinking like the Mongolian death worm, gelatinous cube. Like, bring whatever gun you want. It's not going to do any good. Aragog, though, coming back to Aragog, giant spider.
Back to Aragog. I feel like Aragog is
kind of middling for me.
I was going to say probably the for me right now, right off the gate, would be like the best B tier case scenario. to sort of like maybe judge everything by and then
Yeah.
shuffle as needed.
I mean, it'll be very quick. Spiders are very fast, very agile. The venom is a pretty cool thing to have. The webbing, being able to like lay traps, wrap up enemies. I feel like Aragog could be pretty strong. So I would agree, like probably high B, maybe even low A, for giant spider. Now that said, obviously going to be a little bit more squishy maybe than some of the other monsters that are on this list. Particularly, aren't spiders also typically terrified of fire? So I mean, I think a few of these are.
They are terrified of fire, and if we follow the lore from Harry Potter as well, they are extremely fearful of basilisks. That is like literally their mortal enemy.
Right. So what do you feel? Start maybe with B again, like we've done with the previous tier lists. We can always move these.
All these are taught me that we can't rank. TK,
Well,
where would you put Aragog then?
Yeah.
You know? Put your
he's getting
spider mouth where your spider money is.
he's getting princess flashback.
We were talking about you during our Evil Villains America's Got Talent one too,
Yeah.
our beauty pageant.
Crate says B. I feel like at least as a starting place.
I'm with Crate. I would go B. I
feel
start
like
with B.
yeah, at least as a starting place, I'm cool with putting him right middle of the road. Again, we can move these. These are not permanent positions for any of these guys. This is just to get us on the board and get started.
I'm with it.
Because then every other one that we do is basically in comparison to what we've already done, right? Sorry, were you smack talking?
Well, it depends on what you consider smack talking.
No, we were not bringing you up, TK. We were putting you down. I'm just kidding. How's that for smack talk? All right.
Actually, I think what it was is that Doc Ockweird got super incensed in chat, and we were like, "Wow, it's TK all over again."
That's true. That's valid.
She had some very flavorful words about how we ranked the Disney villains.
Oh man, Madam Mim. She was going nuts about Madam Mim.
Nuts about
No,
Madam Mim.
Rockety was going nuts about Madam Mim.
True.
Who was Doc Ockweird going crazy about? I don't remember now. Sorry that we're passionate about things.
Dr. Facilier.
That's the one. Yeah. Well, TK, I mean, if you're not going to voice your opinion, I have no idea what you're passionate about. Are you wanting the spider to be higher or lower? You gotta let me know, my guy. You gotta let me know. Anyways, Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Now, not John Wick.
Not the John Wick Baba Yaga, no. This is
actual
going to
Baba
be
Yaga.
the Slavic folklore Baba Yaga. So it depends on
The
what
boogeyman.
type of origin you're going with. We're going with the Baba Yaga that's depicted as a singular old woman, but Baba Yaga can refer to a trio of women as well. She has been known to sort of play both sides. There are depictions of her ranging from a child-eating monster to even helping the protagonist find his missing bride kind of thing. So she plays both ends of the field in terms of like the evil and the good, but for the most part, she's kind of just enigmatic, but has like this striking ambiguity about her.
Does she have any powers?
She has been known to be depicted as a witch, sometimes taking a form of moon or cloud or like death, winter, snakes, birds, sort of like a shape-shifting totemic, like matriarchal kind of vibe.
I mean, that's interesting, but I don't know how that protects you too much. I feel like at the moment I would put her in D. Personally. Because from a bodyguard perspective, yeah, TK, yes, that's what Ram is talking about. Isn't Baba Yaga 3 beings in one? But if that being doesn't really have any like bodyguard type abilities or powers, I don't know how good of a bodyguard Baba Yaga would be.
And Rush and Timmy also make excellent points as well. Traditionally, the Baba Yaga is also depicted as living inside of a mobile house with chicken legs.
So you can get around in style.
You got wheels.
You're protected by being in the house. If you stay in the house the entire time and never leave, I suppose.
I mean, given how magical or how powerful or how potent she could be, coupled with the house, if that comes part and parcel, I would put her in B tier as well, maybe A tier. But
I-
if we're just
I feel like you
considering
don't get
her
the house.
ability, like
Yeah.
on her own, if we're like just her without the house and relying
TK.
solely on whatever magic she might have, maybe C, maybe B would be my juggle.
I can maybe go C. I'm looking at some of these other ones on the list, and I'm like, I don't know how she's better than a large number of these.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we can move these around. And I
Ariel
honestly,
doesn't get the trident.
and honestly, as I'm looking at this list too, I'm not sure that I'm happy with my spot on Aragog. I might pull Aragog down to C personally, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is supposed to be who would be the best bodyguard, TK.
Yes.
Yeah, who would be the best bodyguard? And I'm not going to give Baba Yaga the house. I don't think. We're talking
No,
about
if we didn't give Ariel the trident, we can't give Baba Yaga the house.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I could roll C. I think.
I can do C.
Okay,
I
we'll
would
put her
say
C. Again, this is not permanent.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a starting point. We'll do some massaging and some fandangling as the evening goes on to figure out where these really belong.
Mm-hmm.
But to
Because she
keep,
doesn't strike me as somebody who'd be agile enough to like run and help you in like the face of danger. Hers would be more like more an intimidation factor in terms of
Mhm.
like warding off any potential dangers before they happen, as opposed to preventing danger during the course.
she's just got to flash him. That's all she's got to do is just flash him.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You weren't expecting this.
Yeah, she's basically Yzma.
If you trip her and she breaks a hip, she's useless. Just saying.
Yeah, she'll get pneumonia
Fair.
and die. All
Fair,
right.
fair.
Next one. This is Basilisk. Yes.
This is the Basilisk. So,
Very strong
traditionally-
ability. Yeah.
very, very strong abilities. So they are known to have a petrifying gaze, as well as being very venomous. Basilisks and cockatrices are very closely related to each other in that fact, but the main difference being the upbringing. So basilisk traditionally would be when a chicken has incubated and basically hatched the egg of a serpent or lizard, and it somehow magically takes on the properties of both. Whereas a cockatrice is sort of the other way around. It's a chicken egg that's been incubated by a lizard, or so on and so forth. What? Watch your language. What did I say?
Watch your profanity.
Oh, cockatrice. Yeah, I see. I see
Said
that.
it, Trice. Yeah, I feel like honestly, this thing is going to be pretty beefy. What are its weaknesses?
So weaknesses traditionally, in not looking at the Harry Potter size of it, they're actually quite small. Basilisk wise, you're looking at somewhere between like a 3 to 4 foot range standing on their hind legs. So it's, I would say maybe size is a little bit of a con factor, but if that's really all that it has going against it,
Yeah.
I would still mark it down as being pretty powerful.
Yeah, Crate says in some cases it's even a death gaze, with petrification being an indirect look at the eye, such as on a reflection in the case of like the Harry Potter basilisk. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then he makes a good point. Size could potentially be a bonus. You know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall kind of thing, right?
True.
High risk accidentally petrified you.
That's also true.
That's a good point, you know. But yeah, I feel like I'm in
I'm with
TK's
TK,
camp here.
actually.
I do feel like it's still going to be pretty high on this list. I feel like if it's being your bodyguard, it's going to be pretty careful to not petrify you. So I would go high A, potentially low S. I think for Basilisk.
I would say high A for now because of the dangers to yourself. I wouldn't classify it as the best bodyguard.
Fair. I would have my petrifying chicken. Okay, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, the Yeti, the Sam Squanch himself.
You never see him. How can he protect you if he's never around?
All the pictures we have of him are blurry, but what if Bigfoot himself is actually just blurry in real life?
So I mean, he's obviously going to be, you know, pretty strong, I think, for his size. F tier. Yeah. I think strength is really the only thing that Bigfoot has going for it. And a lot of these monsters have strength. So I don't know that
Yeah.
it's going to rank high for me.
Here's the question: opposable thumbs or no?
I mean, yes, it's basically like a giant
Just like
half man, half gorilla almost, right?
I
Like,
don't know why, but I'm picturing this like weird movie where Bigfoot is a bodyguard, and I can see him wearing like a suit, carrying a piece, and just like going Sam Squanch when his ammo runs out, kind of thing.
yeah.
And I feel like he would be, a pretty dang good bodyguard comparatively to some of these other powers. Obviously, not quite so much,
Mhm.
but like strength is definitely a factor, and
It's
he doesn't have any detriments in terms of like if you look at him you die kind of thing.
fair, fair. I mean, and so, like I say, strength is awesome, but a lot of these other creatures have strength that are on this list, in
I,
addition to other abilities that Bigfoot will not have.
I'm a C tier for Bigfoot. I think I'm a C tier. Like low C, obviously, but I feel like I'm a C tier because we
Intelligence,
don't know
maybe.
what kind of intelligence it
Yeah, I don't
has
know. I don't
either.
know if he's
Rush.
intelligent. Yeah, that's.
It could be a very. I mean, if it's not been spotted really up until this point, it's obviously intelligent enough to not be caught.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I would probably go. I could go maybe low C, but I'm leaning more towards D personally. TK
TK,
says,
is that much of a difference between a Yeti and a Bigfoot?
and well, you and I had this conversation though, Ram, because we were looking at Yeti or the Abominable Snowman, and it's like, are they too similar to put on the list? And we did decide that they were too similar to put on the list. However, I do feel like Yeti, excuse me, has the benefit of also being tolerant to colder temperatures.
I
He keeps
feel like
thinking of Yeti.
Bigfoot would be as well, though, just given the fur.
Yeah, maybe.
Thinking of Yeti. Oh, from the D&D Monster Manual. Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
I can see where you're coming from now, TK.
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot more sense.
I'll drop him low C for now.
I'll do low C. I think we're gonna do low C for Bigfoot.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the Chimera. So it's a part lion, part goat, part snake.
Okay, as a bodyguard, what are we feeling for Chimera? So powers now, Chimera could breathe fire, could it not?
In some cases, yes. It could breathe fire. It could spit poison.
Yeah, it had poison in its
Having
tail.
Three heads on a swivel would be good for like just surveillance alone.
Mm-hmm, any known weaknesses for a Chimera, or you just got to kill the thing?
I think you just got to kill the thing. I couldn't find any weaknesses on it when I looked it up.
Not like silver bullets or stakes through the heart kind of garbage.
Basically, anything from a steak knife to a bullet, you could do the trick if you're skilled enough.
TK asking, is this the three-headed Chimera or the one body with three different flavors? Yeah, because it's
Three-headed.
yeah, it's basically like it's a winged lion, right? But it's also got like a scorpion tail or
Yeah,
something
it's a
like
snake head on the tail, and then it's got a goat head and a lion head as two other heads.
that. Okay,
Is the traditional Chimera.
gotcha. Right. Well, I'm thinking Manticore. Manticore has the scorpion tail.
Yes, Manticore is the scorpion tail and wings.
Yeah. Snake tail can be cut off, but it's still two more heads. That's it's a valid point, Cray. It's a very valid point. But if you got to get close enough.
Versatile.
If you're close enough to cut off that snake tail, you're in big trouble, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the goat head's not really going to do much, I don't think, unless that's the one shooting fire, just spitting fire, like he's a rapper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Timmy with the knowledge, the drop in the knowledge. Breathe fire. Bellafaron killed it by shoving lead down its throat. It melted and solidified in its stomach.
Big
Dang.
yikes.
Yeah. I'm feeling on this one, like maybe A tier, like low A tier.
I would be cool with A tier.
If it
I
can
would.
breathe fire and stuff, I feel like it's got to be somewhere A tier.
I would almost even be low S, actually, if I'm honest.
You think it's better than the basilisk?
I think it would be better than the basilisk because there's no
Because
fear
the downside.
of like repercussion just by looking at it by accident.
It's fair. It's fair.
And it's got the powers. Like the basilisk, has the petrifying gaze
Okay.
and the venomous talons and whatnot. But I mean, when you're breathing fire and spitting poison too, but you can control it better,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got three heads,
That's pretty good. Yeah, and wings in some cases. That's a good point. Yeah,
I
Okay.
feel like this is our first S tier personally.
I can agree with that. Okay. Yeah, you've won me over. All right. Three heads that can't look at a 4-foot petrifying beast. I don't know. know. He's got a point there. Like a one-on-one battle between a basilisk and a chimera, you got to wonder who's going to come out on
It's
top.
true, but this isn't a one-on-one battle.
That's
This
true.
is who makes the better bodyguard.
That's true. That is true. That is a good point. And
I
that's
mean,
and that's the thing, right? Basilisk would be
the
higher.
basilisk makes a better assassin. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
But this is the better bodyguard tier list.
But don't they have to battle at the top? I mean, they're not battling at each other. It's who is going to be the better bodyguard for you.
To their competency.
And the
of being a
basilisk
bodyguard.
would be better if it wasn't for the potential downside. And I think that's why we ended up dropping it to A. Otherwise, it would be S.
Absolutely, it would have been.
Yeah. Next one. This is Chupacabra, yes?
This is the Chupacabra.
This is like my favorite cryptid. Can I just say I love the Chupacabra. That said, I don't know that it's going to rank high.
So the Chupacabra has been presented a couple of different ways over the years, ranging anything from being like a lizard with spines on its back that literally, as the name suggests, translated to English, will suck the life essence and organs out of a goat, and leaving a bite mark in a triangular pattern, given its two top fangs and its one bottom fang kind of thing. The other way that it's been depicted is that of almost like a dingo or a very malnourished kind of dog-like being. The one we went with here is more of the spine lizard style with the fangs.
Yeah, the old goat sucker. Yeah, dingo.
Goat sucker.
Nothing says C or D tier like calling it a dingo. I don't know. Like, it's going to be quick. It's going to be nimble. It's going to jump over the candlestick.
And primarily nocturnal.
I don't know that it ranks high. I feel like it's going to be low C, high D for me. I mean, it's not got other special abilities. It's basically like just a really grumpy dingo. I guess.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, nocturnal, big problem.
Big
Yeah,
problem.
if it's not out during the day, like.
I mean, to the same degree, a lot of these other ones being more awake during the day. What do you do at night, right?
I mean,
It
some
just
of
depends
them.
when you're going out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know.
Or like vampires. I to a degree. I mean, they don't burn in sunlight like vampires would. They're just not big on being out during the day.
Yeah, and they're a little bit more feral. So I doubt that the intelligence quotient is as high on a chupacabra as you might find in, say, a vampire.
It's more beast mode.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling maybe low C.
I'm inclined to agree low C for now. Like, once again, we'll probably be shuffling things around, but I would be okay with low C right now.
Timmy wants to know if chimera heads sleep at the same time. I don't know that they have to, which again could be a benefit or a plus to the chimera. They take turns. Take turns. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, it's an S tier, so I mean, if they can, hot dang.
Yeah. Next up, the Cyclops. So Cyclops typically in mythology are not the most intelligent creatures again. Very big, very strong, very big weakness being that single eye.
Depth perception is a no-no for them.
Oh, yeah. So, again, outside of just being ridiculously strong, eye lasers. Yeah. I'm not sure where to put it.
Like, at what point is depth perception a detriment when you can just hurl a big rock that's like too big to run away from, right?
Yeah. Or you just ride on its shoulder everywhere.
Yeah. So
low B maybe?
I feel low B, high C.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know, chat, what do you think? I didn't have to miss. Yeah, see, Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't necessarily the brightest, but that didn't mean that he didn't have, common sense and
my way is not
wisdom.
My way is not very sportsmanlike. I'm feeling maybe low B personally. I feel like Aragog could probably do a better job being a bodyguard than the Cyclops, but I feel like the Cyclops is better than anyone that's in C tier.
I'll give you
ATK,
that for now.
anybody want a peanut?
Seems very short on charm. Does the Cyclops bring anything to the table that Bigfoot doesn't, aside from?
I think more strength and larger
size.
frame. The size factor is big too, because again, you could just like sit on its shoulder. The Cyclops is a giant. It's massive. And so you could just ride on it everywhere. If it needs to protect you, it could like hold you in its hands, like just cup you in its hands and protect you from harm. So I think in that sense, it has everything that that Bigfoot has, but at a much higher level.
I'd agree. Yeah, that's where it's coming from for me. Yeah, I'm okay with low B.
Yeah.
I'm okay with low B.
Next one, the drop bear. And now this is one that I had not even heard of until you mentioned it to me, and now I'm obsessed with it.
I love drop bears. Drop bears are Australia's way of saying hello to the cryptid world, and it makes me so happy inside.
Also, don't feed the koalas.
Yeah, basically. So I'm not sure if anybody in chat is familiar with what drop bears are exactly, but from the information that I was able to look up on top of what I was taught by a true Australian, it is basically a koala, but size-wise, you're looking at about a 5-meter vertical. And they will. Is it 5 meters? I'm trying to remember now. Maybe it wasn't.
It was something like 4 or 5 meters, I think, because you were showing me the wiki the other
4 or
day.
5 meters. They have a size comparison online.
It's big. It's a big boy.
It's hefty.
It is not koala sized.
It is not koala sized in any way, shape, or form. Most notably, they will ambush hikers by, as their namesake suggests, dropping from trees up above and landing on them and basically just devouring them as quickly as possible. They got the teeth, they got the claws, they look cuddly, but they are anything but. It's basically if Bigfoot was a gorilla soldier, like warfare-wise.
I was almost thinking it's Australia's answer to the chupacabra.
I could see that. I could see that. You can find a lot of drop bear paraphernalia around the internet. It is all hilarious. A lot of them are very fierce, wet, angry-looking koalas, but just like on steroids. And yeah, drop bears.
Yeah. Dr. Rush, so like pandas? I feel like this is going to sit somewhere around the chupacabra.
I would be in agreement with that, but I feel like size-wise, it's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So I would put it
between the two, between Bigfoot and the chupacabra, or would you put it before Bigfoot?
That's what I'm thinking of, is what side of Bigfoot right now. So don't go to Australia. Yes.
Yeah.
If everything you've heard about Australia hasn't already said everything here wants to kill you, drop bears is one more tick on that tally list.
Yeah. See, Timmy makes a good point,
though.
though.
Good bodyguard when stationary, terrible on the move. Oh, fair call.
Yeah, it's only got one move.
All right, I would say between Bigfoot and chupacabra now then. I hadn't taken that into consideration, Timmy, in terms of mobility.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, yeah, right there.
Yeah, seems good. Gelatinous cube. It's going to be a D tier for me, I think, dog. These things are not quick.
No.
The only way it's going to protect you is if you stand behind it the entire time.
Mm-hmm. It's basically ballistic gel.
Yeah. It's
sentient
and acidic ballistic gel that can move.
They can be massive, I believe, and I gotta look up the.
They do have awareness, I believe.
Is it 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet? I believe.
But you still got to be standing behind it. If someone goes to flank you or come at you from behind, what's it going to do? They're not quick.
Yeah, it's 3 meters squared, so 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet is its size. Yeah.
So, like I say, you basically have to be standing behind it the entire time in order for it to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to be late everywhere because it's so slow moving.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those like preemptive bodyguards, but I feel like it's in terms of intelligence, in terms of speed, in terms of situational awareness, and even just the situation in general, I don't see it doing that well.
Yeah. Timmy, isn't it sub-animal intelligence only responds to touch? I mean, that could be it too. It's been a while since I've looked this up in like the D&D monster manual, to be honest. But
Rush says
it's not going to be.
bodyguard in the sense that you can sleep and not have to worry about anything breaking into your house, then great. But otherwise, no. Yeah, I'm with you, Rush.
I mean, again, TK, it could be gigantic, but again, it has like no mobility. So really, again, you're protected from one point of attack, and that's it. All your opponent has to do is like get around it somehow, and you're toast. It could just encompass the earth, and then you're dead.
Ta-da! Best bodyguard ever. Everything's dead.
I'm gonna put it in D. I'm gonna put it in D tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like it's one of those things that kind of like what Rush said, that you would keep in one place if you knew that you were going to be in that place frequently. But in terms of being on the move, no way. Absolutely no way.
Yeah. Which brings us to our next D tier contestant in my mind, the jackalope.
The jackalope.
Very interesting creature, but unless it's like the rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which I don't think it is,
No.
I don't think the jackalope's going to do anything for you.
Jackalope is the Sid of this tier list. I don't even know that I could consider
Yeah,
it
bunny
anything
with
above.
deer horns. Honestly, I think it goes right at the bottom. I think I'd take the gelatinous cube as my bodyguard over the jackalope.
Yep, I'm with same with TK. Yeah, below the cube.
Yeah,
Below the cube for sure.
100%.
I mean, at best, it would jump into somebody and impale them, but that's like a one-time thing.
Yeah. Alarm.
Scree!
Yeah, just screams at them. Next one is the Jersey Devil, yes?
This is the Jersey Devil. This is the traditional Jersey Devil.
Now,
Other
Kiwi,
ones
is Kiwi
don't
still in chat? Kiwi, do you know anything about the Jersey Devil? This is from your neck of the woods, my guy.
Yes.
Does it scream when threatened? I mean, I scream when I'm threatened. Way more effective than a rabbit with horns. I mean, yeah, it's like having a rabbit with two horns.
So the story behind the traditional Jersey Devil or Leeds Devil is that basically it was like this mother, and I can't remember, something Mrs. Leeds, had 12 kids, got pregnant with the 13th, and was so frustrated that she basically like cursed her unborn child for putting so much like on her, I guess, financially, mentally, physically, whatever. The child was born, and within moments of exiting the womb, turned into this creature. It had hooves, it had leathery bat-like wings, and it's been known to be depicted with sometimes like a horse or a deer-like head to it.
Okay.
And basically, it ran away, and it just kind of walks around and stalks around New Jersey at this point.
So it's just a bum.
Yeah. As far as I read up on it, yeah.
It doesn't have any powers. It doesn't.
I mean, it can fly,
Okay.
but I don't know what its carry weight is in terms of flying with you.
So slightly better than the jackalope. Are we sure it isn't Kiwi? The jury's still out on that one. Oh man, poor guy. He's not even here to defend himself, or maybe he is. Maybe he's lurking. Maybe he's playing Sea of Thieves.
I don't think it's the full hockey team. I don't think it's the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah. Although that's where the team got their name.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it goes between the jackalope and the gelatinous cube, personally.
For me, I would say in front of the gelatinous cube. It
Really?
does have a little bit of that scare factor to it. It can fly. It is more mobile. And
But is it deadly?
Size-wise, it's pretty big-ish.
Okay.
Like, I would say like between like 1.5 meters to 2 meters, or like 7 feet-ish.
Okay.
I mean, could it kill? Technically, anything could, but I feel like it
But
would do a
does
better
it kill?
job of.
You have to say it like the
touching
guy.
you than a cube would.
You have to say it like the guy from Forged in Fire. But will it kill?
This weapon We'll kill.
We'll kill.
I love the way that guy says it too.
Yeah. Is it human size? Is it intelligent? Opposable thumbs? I don't think it's got opposable thumbs. It looks like it's just hooves, right?
Yeah, I don't believe it's opposable thumbs. In terms of intelligence, I would say on par with what human sentience would be considered.
Okay.
Given its birth.
Or slightly less, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
There are,
horse.
and I think I just remembered reading this up too. There are instances where it is said that it wasn't the curse that the mother put on it that made it that way, but the fact that its father is the actual devil or Satan himself. I don't know if that would factor into it really gaining any power of any sort.
Timmy says just put it in a suit and give it a gun.
Why not, right? But I mean, you could do that with Bigfoot too.
You can do that with just about any of these guys that have opposable thumbs.
Mhm.
So what are we thinking then? To be honest, me personally, I'm thinking between these two and D tier. Personally, I feel like
I still feel like it would be better than the cube, though. I still do.
Why? Why
Just
is
in
it
terms of mobility alone?
just the mobility?
Mhm.
But the stopping power of the cube.
Fair, but I mean, depending on where you are, what's it going to stop if somebody just runs around it?
That's fair. That's fair. Should we put it to chat?
I feel like we should put this one to chat
Okay,
before or after the cube.
Let me drop it in a poll here.
Do it. Do it up.
So Jersey Devil. Nope. Before cube, after cube,
And we're not talking about the cube like the movie Cube.
or Ice Cube. Yeah, before meaning better. Yeah, before meaning better.
Like, would you choose it before choosing the cube?
Yeah. So would you put it here, being before the cube, or here after the cube? Still think you can take a slice or a chunk of the cube and then throw it at your enemies, unless it like melts your hand. They're highly corrosive, and it's not like they can just turn it off for you.
Or just like keep it in a container of some sort that could take the acid and just launch it.
Just carry a catapult around with you, and away you go. Oh,
Throw
man.
that cube at a trebuchet and you're golden.
I set this poll to be way too long. We'll give it like
Oh, wow.
another 30 seconds or so. I wasn't paying attention to the time that
Oh,
was
no,
on
that's
it.
fair. The whole cube is sentient and knows that if it kills me, I won't feed it things.
If you burn me again, no supper for a week. So help me.
Dissolve the hand that feeds.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're about halfway through. I might close this right now.
Yeah.
We're leaning towards after cube. It looks like so.
All right, that's fair. All right,
Yeah.
if that's what chat wants, that's what chat gets.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna put him after the cube. Hold on, there we go. All right, Kappa. Now, as for anyone who has played Star Tropics on the NES, there are enemies in that game that look identical to this that jump out of the water at you, and they are very annoying. That said, the Kappa. Go ahead, and I know you've got something that you want to say about this one.
Yeah, so I knew that Kappa demons existed as far as lore goes, but I didn't really know much about their background, and I found out a couple of things. Chat Kappa demons, they kind of have a little bit of like a personality to them, more so than what I'd originally considered. They're known to favor cucumbers. They love engaging in sumo wrestling. They have a little depression on their head that's referred to as a dish. This dish retains water, and if this dish is damaged or the liquid is lost, the Kappa is severely weakened. But the thing that threw me off the most that I didn't know about Kappa demons is that they are often accused of assaulting humans in water by removing a mythical organ known as the shirikodama, which is located in the victim's anus.
S tier.
So basically, it's surprise booty hole action from the Kappa.
Now, so there's one thing I want to say about this too. For anyone who has seen Ninja Turtles 3, where they go back in time to feudal Japan, they are flagged as Kappa,
That's Kappa. Yep.
the demons. So as someone who loves Ninja Turtles, I feel like I can't put them in D tier, but given the description that you've given me, they don't seem like they really do a whole heck of a lot. Not to
Nope.
mention that a pretty bad weakness. All you have to do is give them one good smack to the head, make them spill that water, and they're
And-
basically useless.
Yeah. That's basically it.
So
And they love that booty.
so I feel like it definitely goes above Jackalope. I don't think there's anything on this list really that's gonna fall below Jackalope.
Yeah. No, definitely in front of Jackalope for
But I feel like it loses to the Jersey Devil.
sure. Wait, Casey loves Ninja Turtles?
Weird. Yeah, I feel like it goes here. It saddens me. It saddens me to my core. But I feel like it has to go there, especially because of that weakness. That is a pretty big weakness.
Yeah, and even size-wise, they're about the size of a child.
Oh
So,
yeah.
In terms of being overpowered, it's probably not going to be that difficult.
Yeah, yeah.
Just stay away from water.
I guess. Speaking of staying away from water, Nessie, our next on the list, the Loch Ness monster.
Loch Ness monster.
I feel like it has a huge downside, given that I don't think that they can go on land, can they? Yeah, Nessie purely aquatic.
Oh, Kiwi, welcome back. You're the Jersey Devil.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about the Jersey Devil, and so I was calling you out as somebody who might have some knowledge on that.
And TK, yeah, I could say theoretically, if you had a houseboat in this hypothetical situation, yeah, if you were a water liver, why not?
But then, do you not ever need to go on land?
True enough.
I
I get all your stuff like Uber Eats out to you.
Yeah. Water Castle. Ooh, Kiwi says he's got some good stories for us.
I
One
pictured
day.
TK's face saying Water Castle there, and it was beautiful.
I don't know that Nessie's going to rank high. I think Nessie's going to be D tier. Just because of the whole being stuck in the water thing. I mean, yeah,
Kiwi's got some good stories though.
if you lived on an island, yeah, Rush, you make a good point. It would be impenetrable, but you'd have to basically never leave that island. The minute you leave that island, you're toast. Or yeah, someone comes and airdrops you, what's Nessie going to do?
I mean, with most of these, if you're going to get airdropped, I'm sure there's not a lot any of them could do.
Yeah. especially somebody airdrops a drop bear on you.
It's an airdrop bear.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, some of these might be able to do something against an airdrop, like Cyclops. Cyclops could probably help you there. Nuke 'em, Rico. Yeah, that's what the cube is for, too. Yeah. Yeah. Nessie has no ranged attack.
Yeah.
I feel like Nessie's going to be D tier. The question is where D tier? For me.
For me, I would still say high D tier because again, it's situational. If you were living on an island, if you were living on a boat, honestly, it wouldn't be half bad if that's the way that you decided to live the rest of your life. I mean, there's some of these that wouldn't apply to. Like if you lived on a land or if you lived at the sea, Jackalope isn't doing jack crap.
I feel like it still ranks below the cube to me.
Yeah.
I think it maybe ranks higher than Jersey Devil, possibly. Just because, again, of its sheer size, and in water, it would be a very formidable foe.
All right.
But I feel like it goes below cube.
I can give you that then. I'm fair with that. I'll acquiesce your request.
And TK says below cube too, so we won't see him arguing on this one.
All right, below cube.
That's our new basis for selection: is will TK get mad at us? The Minotaur. Very cool mythical creature. I'm a big fan of Greek mythology in general, and so the Minotaur is one of my faves.
I'll be honest, I would almost lump the Minotaur and Bigfoot into the same boat.
Yeah?
In terms of like ability, power, and all that jazz.
Jackalope's like a canary. It defends me by dying first. Oh, my Jackalope's dead. There must be danger around here somewhere.
Those fainting goats.
What's this giant gaping bullet wound in my Jackalope? Weird. Where did that come from? Minotaur. See, Minotaur, I still feel like would probably rank higher than Bigfoot.
Why so?
Yeah, so Timmy makes a good point here. So weapon prowess. Not to mention the giant horns.
Okay.
I feel like it's more buff than Bigfoot. Bigfoot is a beefy boy, but a Minotaur is a
maybe
buff
Bigfoot's a grower,
beefy
not a
boy.
shower, you know?
Oh, Crate makes a good point. Minotaur, according to some myths, has weak vision, which could be detrimental. The food bill to keep your Minotaur from eating your face is going to be high. Don't they have like 6 stomachs? You just feed them your enemies, TK. Feed them your enemies.
But that's the thing, is he's a bodyguard. The whole point of that is to stay, you know, as far away from your enemies as possible, not run at them.
Well, maybe that's the best way to protect you. Good defense is a good offense, you know what I mean?
I don't know that I could put Minotaur above Bigfoot.
No?
I don't know. I don't think I can. Because, I mean, I can see Bigfoot wielding a club, same as any other guy, you know?
But can it wield it with any kind of prowess, or is it just swinging it around wildly?
I feel like it probably could.
Labyrinth would be useful, especially if you put it on chicken legs.
We'll just combine a couple of these.
You'll just all of the above. Yeah. And he's got I feel like the Minotaur has much better weapon prowess. Hey, Mirage Leonardo 84, welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow and for the host. How are you doing this evening? Oh, and the host. And the host. Thank you.
Ooh, snap.
Minotaur, man. Minotaur, I feel like it's better than Bigfoot. I don't know. Do we put this to chat?
We can put it to chat. They're gonna, let's put it to chat.
Let's put it to
I
chat.
know they're gonna put it. They're gonna put it ahead of Bigfoot. I know they are. So I mean, let's just get that over with.
You just
Let's
don't
put
want to do it.
chat. Let's put it to chat. Chat. Do the thing that you're gonna do. Make me feel bad for my big boy Bigfoot.
TK says, "Can I breed the Minotaur to make Baphomets?" Maybe. Yeah.
Who knows?
Cricket. Nobody understands cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
I dig the reference.
Yeah.
I dig the reference.
That's a very welcome reference. Very welcome reference. Ooh, who is the babe? All right, Minotaur. So, hey, Daddy Reynolds, welcome in, buddy. Thank you for that host. How are you doing? Okay, Minotaur. What are we saying? Are our choices above or below Bigfoot? Is everyone kind of in agreement that the Minotaur is going to be somewhere in C tier, somewhere around Bigfoot?
They're gonna put him ahead of just do the poll. I know they're gonna put him in front of Bigfoot. I feel like we're doing Bigfoot dirty. Maybe I'm just biased.
All right, pull us up. Pull us up. Timmy says above Baba Yaga.
I was just about to say, yeah.
We can come to that. We can do a second poll. I should have put that in the options. It's already started.
Yeah.
It's already
We
started.
can end it now and just start a new one.
We could. If only you had called it the Yeti. Might take down Cyclops. I don't know that it takes down Cyclops, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, again, just because of the sheer giant size
difference.
of Cyclops, I feel like Cyclops crushes Minotaur.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at this poll here.
True that it is smarter, but sometimes you're smart enough to know you're not going to win.
But does it stop? I mean, Minotaurs are basically, they're gladiator. Is that the Chupacabra at sea? It is the Chupacabra at sea, Daddy Reynolds. It is the Chupacabra. I know, it hurts me too. As someone who loves the Chupacabra, I felt very badly putting it in C tier. But the scenario that we're looking at is who would make the best bodyguard. And we feel like a Chupacabra would probably not make the best bodyguard.
As far as cryptids go, yeah, definitely higher than a C in terms of like recognizability or even like just being a BA, but yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's very tricky. So chat definitely says Minotaur before Bigfoot.
All right.
Do we have a second to Timmy's point to maybe put it above Baba Yaga? Is there anyone else who believes that Minotaur would rank higher than Baba Yaga?
Not me. I still feel like we're doing Bigfoot dirty.
I feel like Minotaur beats Bigfoot any day of the week, to be honest.
Well, let's put it to the test.
Let's make him fight. You go get your Bigfoot. I'll go get my Minotaur. We'll put him in a ring and see who's still standing after 9 rounds. 9 rounds of bare knuckle boxing.
What was that show where they used to do that with like the pirates versus ninjas, knights versus?
Is that Ultimate
whatever?
Showdown?
Yes, thank you.
I think it was called
They
Ultimate
need to
Showdown.
do that with cryptids.
Yeah. One solid slam from Minotaur's hammer. Toast. Yeah. Toast. 100%. Yeah. Ultimate Warrior. That's what it is. Yeah. Ultimate. Deadliest Warrior. That's the one. Yes, there we are. I was like, we're getting
We
closer.
got there eventually.
We got there. Deadliest Warrior. That's the one. Yeah. All right. Mongolian Deathworm, which again, I think is probably the coolest name for a band if it doesn't already exist. The Mongolian
Now-
Deathworm, all I can think of is Dune.
So, couple of things that I found out about the Mongolian deathworm after I got super hyped about it. Lengthwise, at most, it's only going to be a couple of feet long.
Okay.
So it's not the graboids from Tremors. It's not the sandworms from Dune. However, even though it's
spice must
only
flow.
a couple of feet long, and it doesn't have any like arms or eyes or anything like that, it is extremely aware of its surroundings, as well as even touching the Mongolian death worm. It is poisonous enough that you can die from it.
Okay. So Daddy has another valid point here, just going back to the Bigfoot quickly. Has the ability
Okay.
to make any picture grainy. So that would be the best thing to have with paparazzi around.
All the pictures are blurry.
Yeah.
It's because Bigfoot himself is blurry.
Yeah. He's just constantly out of focus. Yeah, I was going to say, if it was the Trevor's Graboids, best bodyguard. I still feel like it could be really good because it's like the kind of bodyguard where maybe your enemies don't realize that it's there until it's too late.
Fair.
Like it's just lurking underground or whatever, and then it senses trouble and boom, snaps him up.
Done.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I almost feel like it's like high B, low A maybe.
And to that point as well, there have been multiple expeditions in 1990, 1992, 2005, 2007 of people trying to find this worm that locals have actually witnessed as far as they claim to have seen. But every expedition has come up empty-handed. They have not actually been able to successfully track one down by hunting for it.
Gotcha.
So I guess similar to the Bigfoot in that sense, it knows how to keep its privacy private.
Yeah. Now Timmy
Knows when
poses.
it doesn't need to be seen.
Timmy poses a very good question. Can it burrow through asphalt and concrete? Like how strong are its teeth?
Exists in the most desolate parts of the Gobi Desert. So I don't know how far it's been tested as to what it can burrow into. But it does say it primarily lives and burrows underground, only rarely coming to the surface. And can kill at a distance by either spraying a venom at its prey or by means of electric discharge. All right, I didn't read that section.
Whoa, okay. we've got discharge, folks.
We got discharge.
We got ranged attacks. We got close-up melee attacks. This thing is sounding better and better to me. I'm almost thinking this thing ranks above Basilisk.
I'm on the same boat, to be honest.
Like I'm thinking high A, maybe even S tier.
Oh, man, I'm tempted.
TK says, I don't know
A
about
at
that.
least. I don't know about S, but A at least, I think now at this point.
Should we drop this one to a vote as well? Any other important tidbits? Any other important tidbits to know about this one? While I put up a
Let me
poll.
pull it back up. No, that's basically all the information that we've got on it at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I must have missed that one little tidbit there. I didn't know it had that range to it.
All right, poll is up. Uber, what is going on, my guy? Welcome in.
Hey.
We are having a very lively discussion about which cryptids and monsters would make the best bodyguards. So right now we are looking at the Mongolian deathworm. There is a poll in chat as to where in this tier list it belongs. Personally, I'm feeling high A. I think it goes right now above the basilisk. Again, because it doesn't have so much of a downside of accidentally turning you into stone or killing you. Because it's,
I mean, if you were to touch it,
but it's very aware, right? So if it knows
That's
it's
true.
guarding you, it's going to make sure you're not going to touch it or touch it in a way that would
Yeah.
kill you, right?
it would be harder to accidentally touch this than accidentally look
at the
basilisk.
Where does Kevin Costner rank? S
Is he
tier.
a cryptid?
Yeah.
Are we talking like the Kevin Costner, like the Water World?
No, Prince
Like
of Thieves.
Fish Man?
Kevin Costner, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I think.
All right, all right.
In my mind. That's my favorite Kevin Costner.
Because I feel like Fishman Kevin Costner would be more of a cryptid than Prince of Thieves Kevin Costner.
That's fair. He was thinking The Bodyguard.
Oh,
You know the movie about a bodyguard? Oh, man.
don't be so obvious next time.
Oh, my goodness.
Kevin Costner Postman.
So Chad has spoken. They have said high A on the Mongolian deathworm.
All right, fair enough.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Mothman.
What other votes did we have? Was that pretty? It was actually decently close, actually, between S, B, and high A.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty close. That was very, very close.
All right.
All right. Next one. Mothman.
Mothman.
All I can think of is the Tick. Anyone remember the Tick?
Isn't that Moth Boy?
Yeah, but I
Am I
mean,
crazy?
they're both moths.
Fair. So, looking up a little bit of back history on Mothman.
Spoon.
He's been reported multiple times by at least 100 different people. Every time, the most notable parts are, of course, the glowing red eyes, the 10-foot wingspan, and the sort of like weird paranormal things that accompany the Mothman.
Mhm.
Most notably being, I believe there was a bridge that collapsed somewhere near Point Pleasant that a lot of people claim to have had premonitions of after seeing Mothman, but prior to the bridge actually collapsing.
Oh,
So-
weird.
If we were to go down that path of things, if it can provide you with some sort of precursor, some sort of like premonition based power,
Yeah, like a spidey sense.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
You remember watching the Mothman Prophecy solid movie? I actually, you know what? I swear I've seen the movie at least once.
I don't know
I
that
should
I've
go
seen
back
it.
and watch it again. I didn't mind it actually. It was a pretty solid movie.
I should
From
go
what I
check that out.
recall.
I don't think I've seen it. Timmy says, does he have sonar abilities or is that Batman? Not Batman, but Man-Bat potentially has sonar abilities. If you're familiar with DC lore. Anyway.
Now, some people have also witnessed him on other occasions describing it as more of like an angel type being with red eyes as opposed to being more moth and sinister looking, but I don't know that that really factors much in terms of just bodyguard-esque.
Okay.
But they did erect a 12-foot tall metallic statue of the creature, which was unveiled in 2003 in Point Pleasant.
Okay. Okay. Now,
So I don't know if
So
that's
he
like the
flies.
size, but yeah,
So-
definitely flies.
the premonition piece I think is pretty key.
Mm-hmm.
Any other abilities? Is it strong?
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
How
How big
it
is it?
hasn't had much physical contact with anyone,
Okay.
with the exception of just being sighted and what has been witnessed afterward.
Okay. How big is it again? Did it say?
About a 10-foot wingspan is what most had notably said they witnessed. So I don't know if that would be bigger or smaller, or if we just
It's-
go
it's-
off of
it sounds like
the size
probably-
of the statue, which is 12 feet.
12 feet. Well, if you're 12 feet tall, but you only have a 10-foot wingspan, that's not terribly great. I would assume it's probably 6 feet tall if it's got a 10-foot wingspan.
That would be my assumption.
Just maths.
Maths. Basic moths.
Just basic moths. I'm 6'7" and have a 9-foot wingspan for the record. Right. Kiwi, just larger than life in here.
So is Kiwi the Jersey Devil, or is Kiwi Mothman?
Maybe both. Maybe if Mothman and the Jersey Devil had a baby,
Mm-hmm.
and that baby played Fall Guys an obscene amount.
Huge personality, huge wingspan.
The best wingspan of any of the cryptids.
Ask anybody. Oh my goodness. So what are we feeling? First thoughts. I kind of like it. Definitely more than Baba Yaga, I think, just for the premonition piece, being able to maybe sense danger before it comes in. I'm not sure where I put it in relation to Cyclops. I feel like
Well, so
maybe
the other
ranks lower
thing,
than
and
Cyclops.
it doesn't say this in the Wikipedia article, but I do remember the movie with Mothman in it. It was also able to, I don't know if telepathic is the right word, but at one point in the movie, Richard Gere is holding something in his hand and is talking on the phone with Mothman and basically just asks the Mothman, like, what's in my hand? And Mothman is able to tell him what's in his hand before he even opens it and shows what's in his hand. And I think it's like lip chap or something.
Mm.
But it does have almost this omnipresence or this omnipresent intelligence to it.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair. So if it's got some kind of psionic ability, yeah, got to think.
I would say that puts it at least A tier for me, because again, we're thinking bodyguard. If it can see the trouble before it happens, I mean,
yeah,
that's a better bodyguard than that.
That
really.
that is a very good
Almost
point.
even S tier.
Yeah, we got to think Cyclops' peripheral vision sucks. Yeah, it absolutely does, but it's giant. It's massive. If you start getting into the shiz, he can just like cup you in his hands and keep you safe.
And that's another thing to factor in too that I'd mentioned before is, is this a bodyguard that is preventing things prior to them happening, or is this a bodyguard that in the moment, in the heat of, trouble, would you put Mothman over Cyclops? Like it depends on the situation, really.
That's true. That's true. Ginger Ninja throwing shade. You guys think you're so smart.
Welcome back, Ginger Ninja.
Kiwi says Mothman over Cyclops.
I'm with Kiwi on this one. I'm Mothman over Cyclops, easy.
Okay,
easily.
Let's put it
for
to
me.
a vote.
I'm juggling between S and A tier right now for Mothman, but I'm leaning S. I am. That's I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Okay, so I'll say B above Cyclops and B below Cyclops, and then C. Okay, so we got a new poll. New poll. It is up. One eye, easy weak point. Wait, how does he die? Oh, that is a good question. How does Mothman die? Does Mothman have a weakness?
As far as I can tell, Mothman isn't dead and has no obvious weaknesses. I mean, I guess aside from maybe a lamp. I don't know.
An industrial-sized bug zapper.
Give me the lamp.
Hey, Timmy, thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we'll post the final list in the Discord when it's finished.
Thanks for stopping in, Timmy. It's good to see you, friend.
Have a fantastic evening. Let's see, how are we looking here for Mothman?
We're looking at 1S, 1A, and 2Bs above Cyclops right now currently. Oh, it's changing.
Oh,
it's changing again.
Oh my goodness. We are
Oh no, it's gonna tie. Oh no.
Three-way tie is no good. Someone vote quickly. Oh boy. Three-way tie between S and B. So in that case, do we just split the difference and go with A, the average?
Go with A. But is that doing it true justice? Is it? I mean, yeah. If we're looking at the average,
chat is split 3 ways here between S, A, and B. So I feel like Mothman goes in A.
Because for me, the best bodyguard is the bodyguard that, doesn't have to ever get you in trouble, which would be Mothman for me.
Okay. So do we say
I'm
A
still
above Mongolian Deathworm?
Either S or high A is still where I'm sitting for this, but I'm leaning S. Still.
I could be swayed to high A above the Deathworm maybe.
And the movie has Richard Gere. There's at least A tier. At least A tier.
Okay. We can make some final adjustments too once we get these last 4 on the board. So for now, I put it high A, just to split the difference between chat's votes there, and we can come back and revisit it. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm in the same boat as Crate. Yeah, either top A, if not S, but I'm still leaning S.
That's fair. All right, next one, Mummy.
The Mummy.
Now, most of the time, again, and this is mostly in films, mummies were quite slow. But
Except
somehow,
for the movie The Mummy from 1999, starring Brendan Fraser and
that poor man. Brendan Fraser got like the worst scenario as a person. But anyway, we won't get into that. Poor guy. Anyway, so they're super slow. However, I know in some mythology, mummies also had like hypnotic powers. The clap that ended a career.
I can feel TK's eyes on me.
Oh man. The Mummy is a stellar movie. I do enjoy The Mummy. I enjoyed The Mummy.
The 1999 Mummy.
Yeah. The follow-up ones were not as great, and the Scorpion King was just
one.
cringy.
I didn't like the Tom Cruise Mummy.
I don't know that I actually even watched it. Yeah, Brendan Fraser's The Mummy was quite good. I liked that one. It was a little bit campy, but you know what? It was good.
It worked in its favor.
Yeah. But now, so again, the mummy as a creature, slow, not terribly great reflexes. But like I say, I do believe that they had some psionic or mental powers, whether that's hypnosis or something to that effect, in Egyptian mythology, which could be beneficial.
Now, if we're also following the cartoon Mummies Alive, I'm just saying,
Mummies alive.
If they get armor and they get vehicles and they can transform into things, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you get some cool weapons.
But I mean, traditionally,
yeah, we're not talking mummies.
Kind of what we're going off of. I don't know that the mummy would be the greatest bodyguard. I really don't.
One last thing on Mummies Alive. Am I the only one that giggled every time they heard the name Nefertiti? I like how The Thing isn't on this list. Best bodyguard. We tried to keep the list smaller this time, so we didn't spend 3 hours doing it like we have with previous episodes. So we had to make some decisions.
There's no way you would ever be able to convince The Thing to be your bodyguard.
Yeah. So Daddy Reynolds says D tier.
The Thing, if this was the perfect assassination list, I guarantee you, I would have put The Thing in here easily.
Mm-hmm. We just made Crate giggle. Yeah, Nefertiti. It's a funny word. So Daddy's feeling D tier for the Mummy. TK says S plus tier, or maybe
TK's still referring to The Thing.
He's still hooked on The Thing.
Agree.
He's still hooked on The Thing. I'm not sure where to put the Mummy, to be honest. Again, it's very slow. The kind of the hypnotic powers, I think, do give it an edge over some of these guys for sure.
Fair. I would be low C.
You'd be low C, like low C is in below drop air, low C like at the very bottom.
I would say low C, like below Chupacabra.
Yeah.
I
mean, Scooby and Shaggy could take out the Mummy so done.
Was that a real mummy though?
Yeah, that was just a guy in a mummy costume.
In a suit.
I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for those dang meddling kids. I'm gonna pull this one.
And I would have gotten away with it if my hands weren't so enormous.
I don't think anyone is saying A tier or S tier or even really A tier for Mummy. So I'm going to put B. I'll put high C, like the juice. I'll say low C, high D, and low D are your options here.
That's fair to me.
So the poll is up.
Those youths. Get off my lawn.
Yeah. All right. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see where people put this. Because to be honest, I'm not sure where to put the Mummy. There's a couple of spots I feel like it could fit. And it's tricky too because it's so situational for some of these. So, some of them are very good in some scenarios and very awful in others. So I think, it, like I say, it kind of comes down to what's going on. What's going on? So we got 1 vote for high D, 1 vote for low D right now. Give him the D.
Give him the old dick twist.
Oh,
This is an MMA fight, dude.
I
Have
knew
you
a
seen that
guy.
video?
I have not.
Oh, okay, I'll send it to you after this. It's
Okay.
hilarious.
Oh, we got a second vote for high D.
Oh, there it
High
is.
D is the
That's
winner.
high D right at the end.
Right at the end.
Right at the wire.
So I feel like the mummy maybe is worse than the gelatinous cube. I don't know.
Everything. I mean, the gelatinous cube is the gatekeeper between D and C. So I mean,
Yeah. I think we put it below gelatinous cube.
yeah, I'm okay with putting mummy below gelatinous cube, I guess.
Yeah. The cube has the D locked down.
Yep.
Okay. Vampires. Huge downside in that they basically
No
shrivel into nothing in sunlight.
Yeah.
The wood stake thing is also a downside. The
garlic
garlic thing is a downside.
The crucifix are a downside. We're doing vampires, not Nosferatu. I just took the picture of Nosferatu and used that.
Yeah, we were gonna do Nosferatu, and then Ram was doing some Googling, and it turns out there's a lot of anti-Semitism associated with Nosferatu, and so we decided not to go with Nosferatu. We're just gonna say this is your run-of-the-mill vampire. Yeah, we're talking blade vampires, but not daywalkers. We're talking just vampires. They can turn into
like-
bats. We're talking
like Underworld.
we're
but
talking like
not,
Boris Karloff vampires.
no, not Edward Cullen vampires. Those
No.
are not the traditional vampires.
These vampires do not sparkle. Yeah. Yeah.
We're not talking about arts and crafts vampires. We're talking about traditional vampire.
Yeah, we're not talking peelers on a Tuesday night vampires.
Below Jackalope.
Below Jackalope. So again, traditionally vampires, obviously the shape-shifting piece, can
Turning into bats.
turning
so
bats,
on
and
so
I think
forth.
even other animals too, could they not? Yeah. Also, very strong, pretty much immortal. At least
In terms
with
of
respect
age,
to, in terms
yeah.
of age. Could also have some kind of hypnotic effects as well going on.
Yeah, not Alucard.
Yeah, not
No.
Alucard.
Not Dracula, just like your run-of-the-mill vampire.
Just a run-of-the-mill vampire. Yeah. So
Like the What We Do in the Shadows vampire.
yeah, so I feel like there's a high upside, but an equally high downside.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, I'm a little bit torn as to where to put it. I
would probably fall it under B,
yeah,
but I would be high B for vampires.
high B, like above
Same for
Aragog.
Lost Boys? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot closer, TK.
Yeah, I
think.
could agree with that. I could agree with that. Like basically top of B right now.
Yeah, I would say that it's the gatekeeper for B to A.
Yeah, because I think that vampires, they have ways of protecting themselves from sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really their biggest downside, is the whole sunlight piece. Oh, I got hiccups.
Just a lot of sunscreen and a whole lot of covering.
Yeah. Just another albino boy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's this next one? Is this the Wendigo?
That is the Wendigo,
I don't know much about Wendigos.
which is basically Canada's only cryptid.
Hey, except for Ogopogo, which is basically
Except for Ogopogo.
basically a rip-off of the Loch Ness Monster.
So the Wendigo had a lot more to it than I'd originally thought. The picture that I put in there is actually the westernized version of the Wendigo, but traditionally, and it describes it as like the Native American origin of the Wendigo. It looks more like a gaunt human than it does like having like a beast head or anything like that to it.
Okay.
But most notably, it is always malevolent. That is something that it basically is known for.
Mhm.
But it does have the ability to possess human beings, as well as it's been known to invoke feelings of insatiable greed and hunger, the desire to cannibalize other humans, as well as the propensity to commit murder in those that fall under its influence.
That sounds pretty boss.
Yeah. So in terms of size as well, that shifts drastically, because it's always depicted as basically skin stretched over bone, but even after eating something, it actually increases its size based on what it just ate. So its skin is always stretched and its bones are always kind of there, but it grows larger physically with everything that it consumes, which is part of why it's seen as being sort of that being known for greed and hunger at the same time. It's almost like the mix of greed and gluttony combined.
Yeah, that sounds insane. And it almost killed Crate. I'm feeling high S. Like, I think that might go above Chimera.
Just in terms of like being able to control the thoughts of those around it and things like that. Actually, even modern psychiatry uses the term Wendigo psychosis for somebody who's got characterized symptoms of like intense craving for human flesh, or even just the intense fear of becoming a cannibal. It's that well known for its propensity for violence and cannibalism.
Interesting. So I do have a redemption for give me a Tom Haverford. So I'm gonna just switch back to the other screen here so you can get more of the camera in the shot. And we're gonna give Ginger Ninja a Tom Haverford. Are you ready for this, Ginger Ninja? And there's your Tom Haverford. That's the most ridiculous channel points redemption I have. Yeah, I'm thinking high S. I think high S. This thing sounds absolutely bananas. The only concern that I have is that it would turn on me, considering how malevolent it is. That it would just not care about being my bodyguard. Hey, Daddy Reynolds, thank you very much for that 200 bits, my guy. Hey! Don't you become a Wendigo by eating other people if they're stuck in the mountains or something?
If you've got it to agree to be your bodyguard, I mean, I would say S tier easily for me.
Yeah.
I'd say it's top S.
Muy strong. Yeah, I would agree. Which brings us to our last one, the werewolf. Now, werewolf, I think, is going to fall, at least in my mind, somewhere around the vampire, but in my opinion, probably lower than the vampire.
I would say lower for werewolf.
Yeah. Because, I mean, a couple things.
Being able to turn into a Wendigo. Yes, Crate, actually, there is. Sorry, not to jump back on the...
Go for it. Yeah. Lay it on me.
Beings that have been known to fall into those whims that are influenced by the Wendigo, that being the cannibalism, the greed, the murder, and everything like that, can and sometimes will eventually just devolve into them turning into a Wendigo themselves.
Interesting. Yeah, that
sounds
sounds insane.
There are myths about turning into Wendigos.
Yeah.
But yes, sorry, back to werewolves here.
Yeah, full moon only. So really, you've only got a bodyguard for like what, 2 nights every month or month and a half. I can't remember how often the moon cycle is.
Here's the thing, too: is it full moon at night? Because technically, the moon is out during the day.
Right.
Sometimes, and I'm sure maybe sometimes it could be a full moon as well during the day. Who knows? Depending on what side of the planet you live on. So it may not necessarily just be night alone, but
it's super situational.
The key factor it has to be a full moon for them to get that power. If we're referring to them in the traditional sense.
Yeah, and even in that sense, I feel like from a power perspective, it's not really going to be much better than a chupacabra, which is a chupacabra all day, every day.
All day, every day. Yeah.
So I don't think
for me, I'm going low C.
Yeah.
Maybe even high D.
I feel like it even could be like mid D. Like I almost want to put it between the Mummy and Nessie.
It's basically a human that gets super powered like once a month.
Yeah, it just makes me think. Remember that scene in Mystery Men when they're trying to recruit extra people? The PMS Avenger. I only work for 1 week out of the month. Is that going to be a problem?
Oh man!
And it's not even that good because you don't even get a full week out of them. I would take the PMS Avenger over the werewolf.
Yep, easily.
So, I
D tier.
I think it goes D tier. I think it goes right there, personally. What do you guys think?
I would say between the Jersey Devil and the Kappa Demon.
You think here?
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah. Again, that like, yeah, yeah.
'Cause, I mean, when
no,
you think
yeah,
about it, like,
yeah.
it's really more going to be human than it is werewolf.
Yeah, I mean, when it is a werewolf, it's on point. It can be quite strong. But given that you're probably not just wanting a bodyguard like one night out of the month,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
But at
it's-
least it doesn't do butt stuff.
those weird kappas pulling stuff out of your anus. Yeah, I'm still not sure how I feel about that tidbit of knowledge, to be honest. But
It's something I wish I didn't know.
here we are. Can't take that back. TK
Thanks,
doesn't
Kappa
agree.
demons.
TK does not agree.
What does TK say?
He just says no. In classic TK fashion. He's not happy with us, but he won't tell us his opinion.
He's writing something. He's probably very, very impassioned about whatever he's writing currently.
He's worried that we're doing her wrong, like we did Ariel on the first episode.
Bigfoot. And Cinderella. Hashtag Cinderella is still Ralph Macchio.
There's no way that the werewolf loses to the mummy. But it does not beat the cube. So you want him here. Is what I'm hearing. Which is pretty close to where I had him. Because I
If
think
the werewolf is in werewolf mode,
Yeah.
then I would agree. Absolutely, there's no way it loses to a mummy. But you got to think it's not always going to be in werewolf mode.
a lot of times it's just in plain human mode, which, you know, again, depending on the human, could be good, you know, if they're the Rock.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like,
If we're talking about them
You know-
being in their mode, then yes, I
Yeah,
suppose.
if it's Gary from accounting, you know, I don't know.
Speaking of which, chat, it is tax season. Don't forget to do your taxes.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right. If we're referring to them as being in their mode,
sure.
I'm okay with having it where it's at in D
Okay.
tier.
Yeah, I'm happy with leaving it there then. Yeah. We have an extra month. You do have time. There is time. That's next month's problem. That's future TK's problem. While we're on the topic of taxes, I usually try and get mine done ASAP just because I want that money back
Fair.
that I've been loaning to the government for a year
Mm-hmm.
at no interest. I want it back. Just give it back to me.
Government, hey, you owe us money. Oh, thanks, government. How much do I owe you? Oh, you got to figure that out. Oh, okay. So
stop
do you
giving
just
them-
not know then? Oh, no, we know. Okay, well, what if I get it wrong? You go to jail.
Yeah. Actually, this year I had about bang on for my taxes. I'm not getting like hardly any return, which usually is a good thing technically because that means that you did not overpay the government and basically give them free money to do with whatever they please for the year.
Fair.
So
Fair.
that said, it is kind of nice though to get that return back and get a nice chunk of change that you can throw at something stupid.
So the government is a cryptid. Where does that fall on this map?
D tier. They are the worst bodyguards. Below Jackalope. I will take the Jackalope over my current government as a bodyguard. 100%.
Do your maths.
Yeah. Anyways, how are we feeling about the list? Any changes that we want to make? So right now in S tier we have the Wendigo and the Chimera. A
Wouldn't
tier.
move either of them.
What's that?
I said I wouldn't move either in the S tier.
Yeah. A tier, we've got Mothman, Mongolian Deathworm, and the Basilisk. B tier, Vampires, Aragog or Giant Spider, and the Cyclops.
Mhm.
C tier, Baba Yaga, Minotaur, Bigfoot, Drop Bears, and Chupacabra. And then finally in the D tier, we have the Gelatinous Cube, Werewolf, Mummy, Nessie or the Loch Ness Monster, Jersey Devil, the Kappa or Water Demon, and the Jackalope. The humble Jackalope.
The only ones that I'm still feeling like we're doing the dirty, of course, Bigfoot being one of them. But I feel like Mothman is still S tier for me. I still feel like I got to put my foot down and do another Mothman for S tier.
Well, the way I think of this too is and maybe this is just the OCD in me, I like to have a nice staircase.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think that an upper tier should ever have more creatures in it than a tier that's below it.
Fair.
And so to move Mothman up, we would have to move a bunch of these up, I think, in my mind. But, if chat feels differently, I'm happy to oblige.
TK says, "Don't change it. We nailed it out of the gate."
Yeah. That's high praise coming from TK.
Let's say
I think that means we're done here, folks.
that's a wrap.
I like it. I think this is like, to be like, again, comparative to the previous two episodes, I think we've got this pretty bang on. I'm pretty happy with this, to be honest. I do like and again, the thing to keep in mind is moving Mothman from high A to low S. Does that really change anything? It's still under Chimera and above Mongolian Deathworm. And
That's
so
fair.
it's kind of just semantics at that point, moving it up a tier.
That's
Just
fair.
my thoughts.
No, that's a good thought. That's a good thought. It's yeah. All right. You convinced me. We'll leave it.
Are we good with this? Can I take a screenshot? I'm going to take a screenshot.
Let's do the screenshot. Chat, we've done it.
We did a thing.
We did the thing with the stuff.
Mothman loses to linen pants, or does he? Mothman eats your linen pants. Mothman eats your linen pants all day of the week.
I'm just gonna go and look up all of those like old moth memes from when was that? Like 2015? Is that when like all the moth memes were like everywhere?
I don't remember. I don't remember the moth meme.
It's just like when Aladdin is like reaching up to get out of the Cave of Wonders, and he's like, "Throw me the rope," and then like the next caption, it's literally just this giant moth staring down at him. He's, "Throw me the lamp."
I don't think I've seen that. I'm gonna have to look that up now.
Oh my gosh,
I have not seen that.
Yeah,
right.
just type in moth memes. It's hilarious.
Excellent. I'm gonna switch us back to our other screen now.
Okay, do it.
All right. So that was interesting. You guys should watch The Ritual. I don't know if I've heard of that one.
Oh, The Ritual. Why does that sound familiar? What's the cap? What's the deal with The Ritual again?
Yeah, what's the? I don't know if I've heard of that.
It sounds so familiar.
Nope. Can't talk to you.
Fine.
All right. Just watch it, I guess. Just watch it. Sweet. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We had a lot of fun doing this. Very excited for the next episode, which will be 2 weeks from today, again at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. It will be our Bob and Doug McKenzie episode. And again, if you are not familiar with Bob and Doug McKenzie, go ahead and Google it. Go watch yourself some Strange Brew, which is an incredible movie. And it's going to be a lot of that. So there's going to be a lot of Bob and Doug stuff in there. There's going to be a lot of Canada humor in there. And so if that's your jam, you know where to be in 2 weeks.
A lot of hosers.
A lot of
heavy
hosers.
use of the word a.
A lot of takeoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of A-buds, maybe a few Terrys in there every once in a while. Here's a synopsis from TK. To honor the memory of their friend, four men decide to go on a hiking trip in northern Sweden in this Netflix horror film, which is adapted from a novel of the same name. Things take a turn when they decide to make a detour through the forest to cut the trip in half. That makes me think of Dead Snow a little bit.
Oh, Dead Snow was a good movie too. But okay, so TK, I have seen The Ritual. I just forgot that was the title for it. The Ritual, Casey, it is a horror movie.
Okay.
For one, so if that's not your thing, that's not your thing.
But it's on Netflix.
It is. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is on Netflix.
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
But it is so well shot and framed, and I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's a good horror flick. I liked The Ritual.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. See if it's still on Netflix. Excellent. Well, I think that is going to do us for the evening tonight. Thank you so much again, everyone, for tuning in. We had a blast as always. I will be back again Wednesday evening playing some games. Ram, when are you back on next?
Someday
soon. Once we get your computer situation figured
already
out.
stressing and freaking out just having my webcam turned on. So it's We're giving it the best shot. I've been donated some parts from Trent in chat to start working on building a new machine. But until that occurs, it's going to be a crapshoot, a toss up as to when I can get my laptop working back at full power to stream again.
We'll get you back up. We'll get you back up for sure.
So
cool. Well, yeah. So I'll be back on Wednesday, and then our next episode of It's Just Called Two Brothers. Like I say, 2 weeks from today's date, which is April the 5th, I believe, 7:30 p.m. So definitely come back and check that out. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Standard.
Mountain Daylight time.
Yeah. That daylight savings.
So in the meantime, let's go find somebody to raid, share some of that love. I'm gonna throw the raid call in the chat here for those of you who'd like to copy past to that bad boy.
Yeah,
dude,
you and me
oh
both,
man,
TK.
I want to get rid of daylight savings so bad. I'm still trying to recover. So let me take a look and see here who is online.
While you're doing that, chat, thanks again for tuning into another episode of It's Just Called Two Brothers. We love doing this with you guys. If you have any feedback for us, feel free to throw it in Casey's Discord or in my Discord, either or, but probably Casey's. And we like to get your take on, like, is the participation something that you guys enjoy doing with it? Is there something that you would like to see? Is there anybody else that you would like to see guest star in the show? We'd be more than happy to have you play a role in this as we create this beautiful thing going forward.
TK says he's got some some feedback for us, and then Streamlabs with the auto mod. This is the perfect thing that could have occurred. And I love that it still gets dropped into the actual chat window here that's on the stream. It just gets censored in the chat box itself.
Lucky I'm not a Kappa demon, TK.
Yeah, ooh. Don't you threaten me with a good time, is what I would say if Gloop Dog was here. I'm not sure. Do you have anyone in mind? I'm looking at, there's a couple people that I could raid. I've raided some of them fairly recently. Do you have someone in mind that we can raid?
Let me take a peek at who we've got on the thing tonight. Sorry, it's just loading because my computer's kind of freaking out a little bit.
Oh, all good, all good.
I mean, it depends on what we're into. I definitely have a couple people we could throw this to.
Okay. I'll trust you. Let's just make sure that they're still live, so we don't run into the situation last
they're
week.
Definitely still live. They usually stream till like 6 a.m. here.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
But they're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil. If we wanted to keep things spooky.
Ooh, yeah. Let's do that.
All right. So I am going to type the name in chat. You can copy and paste it wherever needed.
Thank you for the follow. No, not the :pounder 9000. Thank you very much. I love that username.
That name.
That is good. Attack of the Lady. All right, so we are going to go raid Attack of the Lady.
That is a beautiful name. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. Thank you so much again, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. I'll drop that raid call one more time here, too, if you want to copy paste that bad boy. Let's go show some love. Big Asian Chang, what is going on, my guy? You were here just in time for a very spicy raid. So let's go say hello to Attack of the Lady, who's playing some Resident Evil, celebrating that 25th anniversary. And hopefully you all have a fantastic evening. If I don't see you again Wednesday, then we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the next episode. So thank you again for stopping by. Woo! Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mothman!
Yeah, Attack of the Lady's really good people. Her content is top-notch.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, more friends. You have the helicopters waiting at the extraction point to escort you out of the city. Hello.
Oh, computer, please stop freaking out.
For real, Casey Jones.
Are you still there?
Thank you
Yeah,
so
I'm still
much
here. Yeah.
for the
Okay.
follow.
Sorry, I was focused. I was focused jumping into her channel so I can post.
Joe.
No, that's fair.
Not the :pounder. Oh my god. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, guys. Anyone know where Louis came from Big Cheese? Coke came out of nowhere for me. That's a pretty common phrase here, so that makes sense for us anyway. Maybe not for Louis.
What a name. Not the colon or not the colon bound.
So good to see you. Let me click on this. We're about to hit you with some more spooky, scary skellies.
Spooky skellies, yes.
I see a Dr. Ram in the raid. Hello
Skeletons are hilarious.
there. Welcome in.
Uh,
Thank you so much for sending some friends on over. How'd you wife? How'd your kids? Super King, what's up? Aw. So good to see you guys. Thank you so much for bringing the hype. Love this raid alert. It makes me happy every time I get to watch these guys.
oh, it's so good.
Like, it brings
It's like
so much
overly
joy in my
sexual
life, so thank
skeletons.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in, guys. If you're new here, I'm Attack of the Lady.